Copy that. Location queue. 10-4.
Yo, it's Sigma Prepper, where wisdom is the key. We're ready for the future, staying ahead and staying free. When the world goes dark, we won't be shedding a tear. We prep with our minds, never ruled by fear. It's not the list of preps, it's the knowledge we flex. Gaining understanding and solving what's next. No sitting by a fire, eating squirrels on sticks. We'll be navigating chaos using Sigma Prepper's tricks.
In the chaos of survival, your mind is your shield. When it all goes wrong, it's the wisdom revealed. The tech, the knowledge, the smart preparation. When the crisis comes, we're gonna own the situation. We understand the risks that tomorrow could bring. We adapt and survive, it's a wolf pack thing.
SHTF, we break it down smart. From the big picture view to the detail in the parts. Drew Law's got you, his knowledge on tap. Real-time strategy, he cuts through the crap. From the high IQs to the tech we choose. We're ahead of the game, we never gonna lose. We stay prepared, never needing to fight. Join Sigma Prepper and we'll make it through the night.
It's seeing the signs, reading tomorrow through intelligent minds. Survival's more than just having a plan. It's about how you act when it all hits the fan. Join our Discord where knowledge is prime. The wolf pack's there for you every time. In the chaos of survival, your mind is your shield. When it all goes wrong, it's the wisdom revealed. The tech, the knowledge, the smart preparation. When the crisis comes, we're gonna own the situation. We understand the risks that tomorrow could bring. We adapt and survive, it's a wolf pack thing.
Reject the herd, prepare the pack. We're on a mission, there's no turning back. From crisis to strength, we'll survive the storm. It's knowing you've been able since the day you were born. Survival's an art, we sharpen the blade. We adapt, we survive, we're not afraid. Get yourself comfy for the Sigma Prepper show. The time is counting down and we're nearly good to go. Prepare your mind, cause intelligence is the key. Owning our instincts, we don't freeze, fight or flee. Knowledge is power, it's the ultimate force. No following the herd, we just create a new course. From a single lone woman to a family of 5. Learn from Sigma Prepper and see how you can thrive.
In the chaos of survival, your mind is your shield. When it all goes wrong, it's the wisdom revealed. The tech, the knowledge, the smart preparation. When the crisis comes, we're gonna own the situation. We understand the risks that tomorrow could bring. We adapt and survive, it's a wolf pack thing.
Reject the herd, prepare the pack. Click the like button, it's as easy as that. Check the description for the links you need. Follow my socials, subscribe to my feed. Support me on Patreon to gain the edge. Discounts and freebies, just make a pledge. The countdown's done, it's time to go. Sigma Preppers Live, let's start this show.
Welcome Wolfpack. Merry Christmas Eve 2024. This is how we do. With your boy Drew here on the Sigma Prepper channel. 24th of December 2024. This is how we do. Thank you everyone for being with me. Wow. No idea what you're up to today. Who can make it, who can't. I did say I'd come and, get us together and for Christmas Eve. Just whatever time around the world it is for you. Merry Eve, Christmas to you. I hope everyone's had a good day so far. We've got lots of stuff lined up for tonight, including, I think Mike's going to come on as well, UK Urban Prepper, later in the show. So looking forward to that. Thanks, Mike. It'd be good to have a guest on the show. Got lots of things to do. I have actually got the desk cam set up because I am thinking about, I do need to wrap this present. This is for our son, and I'll show you what's in there in a minute. This is just a case from something else, right? So I've got that to do. I've also got my stocking here, right? This is my stocking. It's quite big, yeah. I can't show the other side because it's got obviously green on it. But so we've got my Christmas stocking ready to put all the gifts in from Santa tonight. So I've got to hang that up somewhere. I'm not going to be surprised if it's going to be completely empty in the morning. We've also got Christmas hat, right? We've got a Santa hat rocking. Now, I was thinking, if we make it past $50 worth of super chats, then we might be wearing that for the rest of the show. If we make it past $100, we'll be wearing the reindeer ears, right? So these are your options. Merry Christmas, everyone. Talking of reindeer ears, I did upload, as well as the usual announcements and things on the Discord server, which is why it's always a good idea to join it. It's free. wealth of information, but also I put the announcements on so you'll always get a notification when I'm going live, right? Animal lovers, I did add one on there, a Hugo Bear. Look, I did get him to model both for you. So this is the $100 plus super chat level, right? or Streamlabs. I'll be wearing these all night. Or he did a really good job of modeling this one. Look how well he did, bless him, with cotton socks. So this is Hugo Bear. He's a South African Mastiff, about 62 kilos, 130 pounds. So that chair makes him look small. But yeah, there he is with a Santa hat on. So there's your options. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining us tonight. Thank you to Sandy, who was first in the chat. I sent her the... I sent Sandy the, what do you call it? The cable that I made for her electric mobility scooter. For those who didn't see it, I did put a video out showing that. For those that missed it, you'll see here this one here, which is the grid down emergency power from a mobility scooter. And so I've basically in the lab, live from the lab, showing the cable and things that I've made for Sandy to plug into her electric scooter wheelchair. So she's got power even if the grid goes down. So I think that arrived. Did I see a sneaky pic somewhere, Sandy, on the Discord server? Was it in here somewhere where it had arrived or something? I don't know what that was. Was it special events? It was special events. Look, so there's the box. Look, she's got her. So anytime the grid goes down from now on, she's all good in the hood. She's got her own battery bank now from a wheelchair scooter. So go and check that video out if you're interested. So I'm really pleased that arrived, Sandy. Thank you for letting me know that's all good. Miss Worm, one of our YouTube members, look. Thank you so much to Full of Hope. She dished out like 5 members, bless her cotton socks. She's such a awesome woman. So thank you so much for finding me, Full of Hope. I really appreciate you being part of the Wolfpack. Such a wonderful... human being. Merry Christmas to you. Mel Sibley in the house. Pedigree Mongrel in the house, as well as Gary Crawford. Merry Christmas. Who else we got? Antonia as well. Hello, my lovely. Great to see you. And my two up, two down Castle. Great to see you. Is that Julie as in your Julie? Don't know. Confirm. Deny. Not sure. So yeah, let's skip through, see if I just grab some names in there. UKM Prepper, there he is, also a member. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. What you doing, man? Looking forward to having you later on the guest as part 2. We've got loads of nonsense to get through part 1 that you're just gonna get bored. So there'll be here we go now, ready for launch. Oh, by the way, as well, got a new video. I've got to shoot a video straight after this one, right? Just for the VIP Patreon members, like behind the scenes video. So I've got a new Wolfpack anthem, right, which is basically the tune I wrote. That's the countdown tune for this for the live show and for Single Prepper generally. And it took quite a while to put together. So what I'm doing, right, is basically this is going to be the kind of like Single Prepper promo video for 2025, right? But what I'm going to do is let the VIP Patreon members see it early, a week early. So you'll get that tomorrow. I'll be shooting a video straight after this, just saying thank you and everything. It'll just be cut at the beginning of the video, and then you'll get a sneak peek it's like a music video sort of thing. I'll show you like the first 20 seconds, but this is the kind of thing. People have asked me to do the tune as just a tune. I spent many weeks writing the lyrics and everything and producing it, and so this is the video that goes with it. It will be like the 2025 promotional video.
Where wisdom is the key. We're ready for the future, staying ahead and staying free. When the world goes dark, we won't be shedding a tear. We prep with our minds, never ruled by fear. It's not the list of preps, it's the knowledge we flex, gaining understanding.
So that's kind of how it will go. So sneak peek to everyone first, but yeah, the VIP Patreon members and the YouTube members as well. Thank you to you. Really appreciate each and every one of you being part of this and helping us get to where we want to get to. So we're self-sustaining would be great. So thank you so much to everyone who's chosen to support the channel as a YouTube member as well. Really appreciate it. We got 3 different levels, and the Wolfpack Elite and Ultras will get access to the VIP behind the scenes videos, the same as the Patreon VIP members do. So I've got that coming out tomorrow. That'll be like a Christmas sort of sneak preview you'll get to see it all the way through. And then that will go up on the channel New Year or so. And then the idea of that is that on my channel, that will be like the video that's on the main
blackouts or something like that. It's extremely important.
That will be the video that's on the main channel that everyone will see kind of when they just go to the channel, right? So it'll be multi-purpose. But anyway, so I've got that coming up. I've got to do that straight after the show tonight. So thank you everyone for being with us. Let's fly through the comments, and we got so much to show you as well. Hugo looks pissed, you think? Ronnie Rubble in the house. Great to see you, my man. Oh, well, I wasn't live till I refreshed. Whoa, someone was frozen. I hope we're all good in the hood. Thank you so much, Daily Survival. Moderate all moderators, keeping the links flowing in the chat. So we've got quite a lot to get through tonight, so I think we should just get into it, starting off with the quotes. Thank you to those that sent them in over the Discord server. Sigma Mindset quotes, let's do it. Right, turn that thing off. So, thank you everybody. By the way, love, peace and progress to the pack. Let's get into the zone. Cheers everyone. Merry Christmas. We will be having a full Christmas show tomorrow on Christmas Day, believe it or not. Yes, you heard that right, including Sigma Prepper quiz and everything, right? So don't be missing that. So this is where the whole Sigma mindset, you know, it's all about self-reliance, you know, independence and skills building and, you know, stuff like that, self-growth. That's what Sigma types are all about. They don't want to lead anyone or be led by anyone. They just want to do their own thing and do it well. So some of the quotes are all designed around that kind of a mindset. It's a good way to start the show. A well-prepared mind is the sharpest tool in any survival kit. This is one of my own personal quotes that you'll find in my Ultimate Prepping Guide book from Sigma Prepper. A well-prepared mind is the sharpest tool in any survival kit. Definitely, definitely. If you can overcome that first initial freeze, fright, fawn and flight and fight. Yeah? How many is that? Freeze, fight, yeah, flee, or flight, some people call it, and fawn. You got to get control of that, man. And then you're in the flow. Yeah, which is where you want to be. So you can choose any one of them four strategically. So, John C. sending this one in. Thank you so much. And again, if you're wondering where these come from, you can add your own quotes if you've got some great ones you want to share. Over on the Discord server, you'll see Sigma Quotes, the brain icon room. You can go and add yours in. Just like John C. did here. Great one from Sun Tzu, The Art of War. Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. Nice one. Thank you so much. And this next one's in from Kaza. Another great one from Kaza, from Voltaire. The most important decision you make is to be in a good mood. I thought this was a good one leading up to Christmas because it's about how you wake up in the morning. I don't want to lower the tone, but I will say that I actually vomited this morning when I woke up. I'm not quite sure why. I literally had one can of cider last night. I don't know if it was that, but it does seem to be any time I have any alcohol at all. I've had alcohol maybe 4 times in the last year. And 2 out of those 4 times, and I've never been drunk, right, out of that. Obviously, I'm just allergic to it. So despite how you feel, right, you just have to wake up and decide you're going to be in a good mood, right? Mind over matter. Especially tomorrow, waking up for Christmas Day. And to anyone in the Southern Hemisphere in Australia, like Carolyn Rose and our friends there, urban harvesting, right, and stuff. Happy Christmas to you already. I hope you've woken up in a good mood, or chosen. I hope you've woken up and chosen to be in a good mood, is the point. So thank you for that one, Kaza. And again, if you want to join in the fun, you can go and do it over the Discord server. It's free to join. Sigma Quotes is the room you're looking for. Just pop yourself over there and add your favourite quotes in and share them with the rest of the crew. And it's super appreciated. And yeah, thank you very much to those that have sent in the quotes. Really appreciate it. Oh dear, I was just looking through the chat comments. One there from Mel Sibley, look. Better safe than sober. Ian Turner in the house. Maintained an army for 100 years, if only to fight for one day. Listen to it, Ian. Get yourself over there. Come on, stop messing about, Ian. Get yourself over on the Discord server. Links in the description below, so there's no excuses. Get yourself over to the Sigma Quotes. And we need more. I'll tell you what else we need as well. Look, we're totally out of memes because I've used all the memes for tonight's show that you'll see coming up in the Global Threat Analysis segment. But we need Christmas memes for tomorrow's show, right? So tomorrow we've got a show for Christmas Day. I'll pull up the... This is what the thumb will look like. I haven't scheduled it yet because I ran out of time, but it will be 7 p.m. UK time. That's 2 p.m. Eastern time. If you can make it, great. If you can't, no biggie, right? But we will be doing the Sigma Prepper quiz, is the idea. Subject to turnout. If there's like less than sort of 40 people, it won't be worth doing live. But if we've got a good turnout tomorrow, because I appreciate lots of different people, different times of the world, it's going to be difficult for everyone to be there, right? But it's there for people who are on their own, there for people who, you know, want to get away from it all while their family's there and stuff, and they just want to hide out in a corner on their tablet or in their laptop or smartphone, checking in with the Wolfpack on Christmas Day. So the Christmas special is going to be tomorrow. Like I say, that's going to be 7 p.m. UK time. That's 2 p.m. Eastern time. Looking forward to that. Nothing too major. Nice cash catch up, but it will be having the Sigma Prepper quiz and everything else that goes along with it, plus a few other special bits and pieces, and we'll be sharing a few things with you as well live in the chat, and live guest call-in, stuff like that. So it'll be really cool, really looking forward to it. So please, if you can join tomorrow, that'd be lovely to see you. And that was part of the reason to come in and check in with you tonight, to make sure I've let you know what the plan is. I'll schedule that tonight before I go to sleep, after I've done the VIP behind the scenes Patreon videos. Then I'll do that, and then tomorrow you'll wake up and it will be there for you scheduled, and then you can check in as and when you're able to. So loads coming up. Thank you, everyone. Talking to Carolyn Rose, did I just summon you, my darling? Christmas morning here. Merry Christmas, everyone. We'll be listening, but not always intensively. I was doing stuff. No problem at all, my darling. But I'm glad you're here, because I did say Carolyn Rose, and then all of a sudden, boing, there she is, talking about people where it's already Christmas, obviously, in terms of time zones and stuff like that. It's Christmas morning over in Australia and the like, New Zealand, obviously. Everything's wrapped, said Band again. Do you know what? I've got to do some wrapping. We're going to do some wrapping live. Yeah. Oh no, look at the wrapping paper. I should have thought about that. It's like chameleon. It's chameleon colour, but of course it's got green in it. Silly Billy. We might have to find an alternative. Magic hand, we need alternative wrapping paper that doesn't have any shade of green in it. And I did see some in the bag, and I'll love you even more than I already do if you can hook me up, girlfriend. Cheers to you. So I've got to wrap up. Oh, I'll tell you what else I've got as well, because we're going like no expense spared style. We got some ribbon as well, so we're going to be doing some ribboning, right? And don't forget, if we hit our super chat budget, right? Basically, foldable sheets. We got a foldable sheet level of super chats. I'll wear the Christmas hat for the entire rest of the show, is the idea. If it goes to like rollable sheets, where it's like you can roll it up, so like $100 and above, we're going to be wearing the antlers for the rest of the show. That's the plan. Right, and I've got to wrap up my present here. Is that magic hand with the magic? There's no hand in there, so it can't be magic. There you go, magic hand. Thank you, my darling. Yes, this is more appropriate. Thank you. Good choice. Let's show on the desk cam, probably better, isn't it? Oh, wrong one. We nearly went into the Sigma Prepper quiz then. Oh, still wrong one. I got a million buttons to press. There we go. Can you see it's got little deer and antlers? Merry Christmas. Ah. And there's no green in it. So this is going to be... question is, will the ribbon go with it? I think it will, because you've got the red going on in the scarf look. So we'll be all right. And then I'll show you what's inside here, but we're going to do a little guessing game first. Talking of guessing games, do vote in the live poll we got rocking tonight. You'll see it if you're live with us in the chat. If you're watching this afterwards for the purposes of you, because I love you and I'm thoughtful, I'll do a screenshot of it before we go live, before anyone votes on it. And then I put it on the Discord server, on the main hangout, so you can refer to it. So which of these will be the top of your Christmas list? So here's your choices, right? So if it was like money weren't a thing and it was just a gift from me because I'm like a gazillionaire, yeah? And you can have anything you want, right? Out of these four, what would it be, right? Off-grid solar power setup, bug out bag and shelter, so you know to hold hammock, tent in the bug out bag with all the other stuff in the bug out bag, the whole sort of thing. A personal, you know, personal protection equipment, right? Depending on where you live and what you're able to buy or not. Or 3 months supply of food preps, right? Which can include water and, you know, food in terms of a filter and some food, right? So out of them 4, what would be the top of your Christmas list? So do vote. There's been lovely turnout of voting already. So thank you to those that have already cast your vote and had your say. There's been 36 votes so far. So we've got 40 people watching live. I do hope there's 40 likes, because it would be extremely rude, right? It could just be really rude if all of a sudden there was only 1 like. I think I'd probably cry and cry until I'm sick. Love, peace and progress to the pack. Thank you for joining me here on Christmas Eve. And it's like me, you clearly have nothing else better to do on a Christmas Eve. Our son's 16, so he's kind of at that age now where he's sort of less bothered about things than he was. Outlawed UK in the house, great to see you. In a stable silly, that sounds like a good place to be. Let's have a look. Band again in the house, great to see you. Great to see you. That's from me. Right, what are we doing? We've got to get into it because we've got loads to get through. I don't even know where to start, to be honest, because it's... Right, let's get list folder open first, because I did... I've got also... We'll be doing a little bit... What I want you to do as well... Oh, that's a good point. Right, so for before 2025, I mean, on 2025, I'll be launching the official Wolfpack anthem with the video goes with it, just to sort of get things rocking for the year, right? And I've got lots of stuff planned for 2025. But what I'd like to do as well in the meantime, between now and then, is to do a video looking over 2024, right? At all the stuff in a nutshell. It will be called something like 2024 in a nutshell, right? But it will be like all the trending news stories and things that happened over 2024. So if you can come up with a few things, that'd be awesome. I'd be really appreciated if you can think of stuff that came out. I mean, I was thinking of things like, there was the Kate Middleton thing where she went missing and then they tried to account for her and it was all AI and fake and all this stuff. There was the obviously we had things like the P Diddy coming out. We've had the Tate brothers got arrested. There's like, God dear, I don't even know what else, right? So these sorts of things that are like representative, I guess, of the year, stuff like the squirrel and the raccoon that got put down, right? There was a big internet sensation. What else have I got here? Oh, Jacob Rothschild dies, stuff like that. Neuralink, first person had a Neuralink put in, right? So there's all these things that happen in 2024. So I kind of want to make a video, kind of like highlighting as a looking back at 2024. So if there's any sort of like weird things that you think most people are going to forget, let us know. Let me know live in the chat. I'll try and look out for it and add it to the list if I see them, right? Support the channel and give some Christmas sheets, says Dave Survival. Thank you, my darling. UK, Outlawed UK, I'm at work. And you mean how many distractions can we remember in 2024? Exactly. How many distractions can we recall? Look at that yellow sheet. Thank you so very much, Sandy. What a babe. Check it out. Get your festive out for the lads, innit? Thank you so much, Sandy, for kicking stuff up. Let me give you a love and a like. And really appreciate you, my darling. Such a babe. And check out Robert McNamara following suit with the foldable sheets. Thank you so much, Robert. What a superstar. Him hiding in the background there. And glad to have you with us. Love to Maya. And Merry Christmas to Maya and you and the family. I hope we get to see you tomorrow, Robert. We'll be doing the Christmas Spesh tomorrow, where we've got the Sigma Prepper quiz, like we always have as well, and things like that. So don't miss that. This is what the thumbnail will look like. It'll be 7 p.m. UK time, 2 p.m. Eastern time is when we'll be going live for that one. So if you're not around, then you can catch it on the rerun. But it'd be lovely if you can pop in and say hi. Lovely to share Christmas with our friends and the wider wolf pack. So biggest news of 2024, Sigma Bet Urban. That is a good point. Let me write that down because that is a significant thing. That's going towards the latter part of the year. Sigma meets UK Urban. Prepper. In brackets. Mikey Poos, as I like to call him. Only I'm allowed to call him Mikey Poos. He calls me Drewy Poos. I've literally written Mikey Poos there. But yeah, good one. Good one. Like it. Okay, keep them coming. Thank you. Thank you, UK and Prepper. I really appreciate you, man. And I do agree. It is we're all super pleased to have joined forces and things, so to speak. I think our followers and subscribers are very similar mindset people. And I think it meshes really nicely together. So, Anti-Star Wars song and #1 downloaded charts, isn't it? The other thing as well, of course, you got things like the UK petition. I think that's probably at 3 million by now. So you got quite a lot of things that have gone on throughout the year to think up. And when I just started making a list of like 10, 15 things just from going through my screenshots, because there's a lot like memes and stuff, right? When you look at memes and you go back through the year through memes, it's almost like a diary of the year, right? Lich. I mean, you could probably do the same on the Sigma Prepper community Discord server. It's free to join, but look, your memes there. You could probably scroll back through the year, right? And there's like, you can just kind of tell what's going on based on what the memes are about. Do you know what I mean? It's quite funny, and it's a little bit like, I don't know what the equivalent was to that back in the day when we were young, but certainly nowadays, because you know the charts, the music charts for me growing up, when I hear music, that's really what my reminiscing type thing is. Diary of my life is like music. Let me know what your diary of your life is live in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. And oh, look at Connie, my darling. I didn't see your name earlier. My absolute God, I've missed you, Connie. I was going to do you a voice message on WhatsApp earlier today and send it out, but I thought, no, maybe I'll do it on Christmas Day. Love to you and Jenny, Connie. I'm really, we need to have a one-to-one, I'm telling you. I'm missing you loads, and I've been really concerned because I've been sort of like in the dark, right? And I'm all worried. Just to see your name in the chat now, Connie, has already put my mind at ease. But superly got to be catching up, my darling. I hope things are all right with you. And thank you for being here. So lovely to see your name pop up. Tell the boy in the house. Tell the boy in the house. Tonette as well. And the Green Manalishi. Yeah? We are rocking. And we got so much to get through. That's the point. Right. Sorry. So what else we got? So we got to be thinking about some of the... Yeah. UK and Prepper's got a good one there with the old funky prepper things. Bit of a story as well, innit? Meets matey boy. Right? No such thing as late, Kaza. You know how it is. Got here exactly when you intended to. Robin Moonwar. Absolutely love Christmas music. Do you know, I was actually... oh, honey bunny. Love you, honey. I absolutely love Christmas music. Do you know what? Let me tell you about a conversation. I wasn't even going to talk about this, but we might as well since we're here, right? Let me just spark open my... let me open my... AI thing, because I had a conversation about Christmas music, which I felt was quite funny, right? Because I was just interested to know, right? Now let me know if you're aware of something that came along. There was a song, was it last year or the year before? And it was called Baby It's Cold Outside. Let me know live in the chat if you know what I'm chatting about, right? Baby It's Cold Outside. Now, I'm not sure how long ago this was. Let me know live in the chat if you're familiar with it. But I'm going to tell you this story because it's been sitting on my little thingbob here for ages, right? And I wanted to share it. So I thought we might as well. LBR Stella in the house. Evening, Master Drew. Hope you have a whole of a Christmas. Thank you so very much. I hope you'll be able to join us tomorrow for the actual Christmas Day Spesh. But thank you so much for being with us. Tom Jones. Yes, they banned that song, Sis Daily. Yeah, look. Flat Cap Gaming in the house. With gang signs. Did you like the gang signs we had in the title of the video tonight? Just so you know, that's, yeah, if you look at the title of this video, hold on, let me check it. Yeah, we got gang signs. Yeah. Christmas Eve Spesh. That's what that means. Have you ever seen that in the title? That means, yeah, gang signs. Tom Jones and Keris Matthews. Tom Jones. Yeah, so here's the thing, right? Now, this song got banned. It's a Christmas song, right? Because we're talking about Christmas songs. Thank you, Robert, for bringing this up. They tried to cancel, he says, yeah. That song Snowflakes tried to ban, right? Now, check it out, right? And I had a conversation with ChatGPT about it, right? Now, this was a voice conversation I had. But I'm going to read it to you because it's fascinating stuff, right? So this is, I mean, I've got nothing to hide. I'm going to show you my stream of conversation with ChatGPT, right? So this is how it went. Do you know the song Baby It's Cold Outside from the 1940s? Yes, the song Baby It's Cold Outside was written by Frank Loesser in 1944. It's a duet with playful, flirtatious dialogue between a man and a woman, where the man tries to convince the woman to stay indoors with him rather than braving the cold weather outside. The song became widely popular after being featured in the 1949 movie Neptune's Daughter, for which it won the Academy Award for Best Original Song, right? So this is what we're talking about. Old school, you know, like classic romance Sinatra typey thing, right? The lyrics have a call and response style, with one person giving reasons to leave while the other counters with reasons to stay. Over the years, it has been covered by many artists and remains a holiday season, including obviously Tom Jones, though it has also sparked debates in recent years over interpretations of the lyrics. Right, so here we go. Can you provide me with the original lyrics so I can understand where the debate lies, please? This is what I've said, right? Certainly. Below are the original lyrics to Baby It's Cold Outside, as performed in Neptune's Daughter, with roles traditionally referred to as the mouse, the female part, and the wolf, the male part. No connection to Sigma Prepper or anything like that, right? But anyway, the mouse. I really can't stay, wolf, but baby it's cold outside. Mouse. I've got to go away, wolf, but baby it's cold outside. Mouse. This evening has been hoping you'd drop in. So very nice. I'll hold your hands, they're just like ice. My mother will start to worry. Beautiful, what's your hurry? My father will be pacing the floor. Listen to the fireplace roar. I'll do it like male and female like that, shall I? So really I'd better scurry. Beautiful, please don't hurry. But maybe just half a drink more. Put some records on while I pour. The neighbours might think. But baby, it's bad out there. Say, what's in this drink? No cabs to be had out there. I wish I knew how. Your eyes are like starlight now. To break the spell, I'll take your hat, your hair looks swell. So you can see this is how it goes, right? I ought to say no, 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 sir. Mind if I'm moving closer? At least I'm gonna say I tried. What's the sense in hurting my pride? This is basically how it goes, right? But baby, it's cold outside. The answer is no. But baby, it's cold outside. The welcome has been how lucky that you dropped in. So nice and right. So when it gave me all this, I said to it, the debate, the controversy, depending where you live, surrounding the song primarily stems from the following aspects. What's in this drink? This line has been interpreted by some as implying something nefarious, such as spiking a drink. However, in the 1940s, this phrase was a common idiom used humorously to deflect blame or just justify unexpected behaviour. Of course it is. If you put something in this drink, you know what I mean? It's like, come on. Persistent persuasion. The male character repeatedly ignores the female character verbal resistance. I ought to say no, 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 leading some to interpret it as coercive. Changing cultural norms. Modern listeners may view this song through the lens of current discussions on consent, whereas in its original context it was likely intended to be playful and flirtatious. Of course it was. Despite the debate, others argue that the song reflects the social constraints of the 1940s, where a woman might feel obligated to leave to maintain her reputation, even if she wanted to stay. Thus, the dialogue can be seen as reflecting social pressures rather than genuine resistance. So this is just to lay out the context of what we're talking about here on the debate, right? And because I want to show you something that happened at the same time, which I don't know if you're aware of or not, that was going on at the same time. And I'm just going to rewind through the comments just to see if anyone brought it up as to what I'm going to get to here, because it's absolutely classic, right? D. Martin original. Yeah, this is 44, so that would have been a rerun on that one as well. So yeah, lots of people have Oh, it's Full of Hope with us. So she is as well. Hello, my beautiful darling one. I was sending some love out to you and thanks for the YouTube memberships. I really appreciate your generosity, honey. And so lovely you can be with us. We're doing a proper Christmas special tomorrow, Full of Hope. We'd love you to be there. 7 p.m. UK time. That's 2 p.m. Eastern time. So it'd be good if you're about. Tracy J's with us as well. Greetings, my darling. Greetings. Let's scoot down because what's funny about this, right? Or not funny about it, is Amphir with us as well. Great to see you. Merry Christmas. Merry evening Christmas. But here's the funny thing, right? So I then respond to it going, apparently around the same time. Oh, sorry, let me clear that off there, sorry. So I say apparently around the same time as this debate sparked, there was a song in the US charts titled Wet Ass Pussy, right? I mean, this is just a title of song, so sorry, but this is it. Which won multiple awards. Are you familiar with that song? So at the same time, it says, yes, WAP, Wet Ass Pussy. I mean, wow, right? Is a rap song by Cardi B featuring Megan Thee Stallion, released in 2020. The song became a cultural phenomenon, topping the charts worldwide and earning multiple accolades, including several awards for its boldness and creativity. It was praised for its empowerment message and unapologetic celebration of female sex, just one way of calling it, though it has also attracted controversy and criticism for explicit content. Now this, at the same time as that other thing being banned, was winning awards. Lyrics. Right? Unabashedly explicit and centered around sexual confidence with the artist reclaiming control, blah, 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 right? So the debate, you know, contrast of Baby, It's Cold Outside, debates revolve around, This contrast has fueled broader discussions about shifting social norms, artistic freedom, and how it's this bullshit. I said, I'm not familiar with the lyrics of WAP. I'm not offended by, just as a disclaimer to it, its name's Xander, right? My AI. I'm not familiar with the lyrics of WAP. I'm not offended by explicit content or words, etc. So please provide the original lyrics so I can form my own thoughts on the debate. ChatGPT isn't designed to provide this type of content. It can't even show me the words to it. Even though I've said I totally not got a problem with it. Yeah? And it never gets to tell me the words. It can't do it. It just, look, it no matter how much I try. I'm like, what is it about WAP lyrics that means you're unable to provide them as you did with the Baby It's Cold Outside lyrics? There's no specific restriction preventing me from providing lyrics. I aim to ensure my responses remain both thoughtful and consider explicit nature of some content. Well, but I said already, I'm not offended by any words, lyrics, thoughts, assertions, or anything, so you can freely provide the lyrics without any concern for my feelings. I am a fully grown adult who has endured a life surrounded by explicit content. And then it still can't do it. And then it's like, is there a way you can provide the lyrics, but using asterisks to censor the words that you are struggling to provide? And it still can't do it. This is how bad. I'm not even going to try and tell you what the words were, but it's that bad, and yet that's winning awards, and then the other one, like Classic, is being banned. Right? Wow. So that's like... Please hit the like button to support the channel. Thank you so much, Tilda Boy. Yeah, it really does help. 7 p.m. Got it. Roger that. Girlfriend. Spiking dreams very popular. Yeah, seems to be. It was particularly when you go on vacation stuff to like Eastern Europe and places, and Spain even. Is this when evil becomes good and good becomes evil, isn't it? Isn't it? It's just if that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about it, I don't even know what does, right? I mean, so anyway, I just thought it was interesting because obviously Robert there talking about Christmas tunes, and I like Christmas tunes, but it made me think of that thing getting banned, and just a conversation I had, just how ludicrous that is, where at one time that's getting banned, which is nothing, and then you've got Cardi B out there with the WAP business going on, and then the lyrics are so bad, like even my own AI that I pay for and knows me, right, can't even tell me. Do you know what I mean? It's like, wow. Cheers, love, peace and progress to the pack. Man. So far. So we're on 15 total sheets, so we're not quite ready to be wearing the deer antlers yet. However, do get your photos in there for the animal lovers section over on the Discord server. You'll see I've got Hugo Bear up there with his antler ears and his Santa hatlet. So thank you to Outlander UK, is it? I think. He doesn't seem to want to show me more than 3 letters. But yeah, thank you. There's Milo, look. I got a friend who's got a dog just like that. Not to say your dog isn't unique or anything like that, obviously. I'm just saying. Reminds me of. So thank you to everyone contributing over there on the Discord server. It's a great community there. It's a lovely place to be now. So thank you everyone for making it like it is. John C's with us as well. What an absolute superstar. Most girls wins. Oh man, happy Christmas Eve everyone. Just Transposer, yep, absolutely, says Flat Cat Gaming. Carolyn Rose there saying more Aussies got hospitalised from suspected spiked drinks of 5-star Fijian resort, all survived. Yes, wasn't that, there was also a big thing in Bali, I think, was it, or in Indonesia somewhere, where there's a lot of cases of drinks being spiked, and not to the point where they're being SA'd, but to the point where they're being literally logged out of the admin completely. Curtains. Right? I don't know if that's because it's OD'd or something like that or what, but yeah, you gotta watch your stuff. And yeah, I did see a great thing showing all the different tips that women can do to avoid their drinks being spiked and stuff, right? So it's some quite interesting little tricks. I should try and find it or try and make up a list as well to help women and when they're out and about to be a bit more, you know, of a soft, to be less of a soft target when it comes to things like that. Because there are some things that you can do, and it's not just a case of, you know, keeping track of your drink. It's even what type of drink you buy and what container it comes in. You can manipulate situations in your favour, let's say. Loving the fact that you're loving the channel, Ridge Rider. Thank you so much for being with us live. I really appreciate it. I hope you'll be able to join us tomorrow for a Spesh Christmas Day. We'll be having a Sigma Prepper quiz, right? Who won last time's Sigma Prepper quiz? Do we remember? I think it was Daily Survival. Oh no, it was UK Urban Prepper and Daily Survival joint first, but Daily Survival's moderator of all moderators and my chief of security, so she's going to know everything about everything anyway. She's followed just about every one of my videos that I've ever done. And she was already into it before even me, so she doesn't really count. So UK Urban Prepper was actually our lastest winner for the Sigma Prepper quiz. So we'll be having that tomorrow. Looking forward to that. I haven't even done the questions yet, so I'll be doing them tonight and tomorrow. 25 could be a new age. Do you know what, Rocky Tool? There is a lot of talk about 2025 being like maybe where it all kicks off Rude Style, right? I'll give you an example as well of what I'm talking about with Rude Style. We'll watch this quickly, and then what we'll do is we'll just have a quick look at the global threat analysis, and then we'll go for a break. And when we come back, we'll have Mike from UK Urban Prepper coming on as a guest, live guest as well. So we'll be chatting to him, and we'll be doing our Christmas list. And I've got to be wrapping present for my son, just one of the things that he gets every year. So we'll see if anyone can guess what's inside it. It's not jewelry or anything, it's just the container it's in. It's the same one I use every year for him. So we've got that coming up. Got wrapping paper here, we've got bows, we've got ribbons, we've got tape, yeah, sticky back plastic. We've got it all rocking, so no messing about. But before we do anything, let's check this out, right? Because this is where 2025 is supposed to be the year. And don't forget, anyone who's familiar with the Deagle report, which showed all the projected populations around the world by 2025, UK loses 68% of its population. Not there's 68% left. It loses 68% of its population. America's not far behind with about 53% or something like that. Lich population. These are just projections that were been out ages and ages, right? I had screenshots of them back in like 2014 or something. So now, but funnily enough, here we are. It's 2025 coming up, right? And this is where it's all supposed to kick off. Plus, you've got the whole Project 2025. Plus, you've got the Agenda 2030, of which now is like a 5-year milestone to the end of where it should be, and the target and the goal, the sustainable goals. So I just feel like there's going to be a big kick start action, five-year countdown to the ultimate 17 or whatever it is, sustainable goals as part of the Agenda 2030 thing, where you'll own nothing and be happy, right? Basically. So get ready to be happy having nothing, yeah. So there's all that coming up. And it's all sort of 2025 and onwards seems to be the start of the end, if you know what I mean. So that's what we're dealing with, and that's what we've got coming up. I believe in 2025 is going to be a pretty epic year. Depending on what happens with Trump getting in, how if he's even able to turn the US dollar around against what's going against it with the BRICS nations all coming together the way they are, it's going to be a really tumultuous year. It's going to be all about the Thucydides trap. It's all about the superpowers clashing, where America's losing its supremacy in the world stage and China's gaining its momentum and its power and its control when it comes to lawfare and the way that things are being done. China's been very, very clever about it, and America's and the West has been a little bit silly about it. So we're going to see how it's going to play out, but I do believe that 2025 could be the year. And it seems like, and we can't ignore stuff like The Simpsons, because you know what they're like about predictions, right? So I've got a little video we're going to watch. CJ Amazon in the house. Would it be a fair question to ask, from all the information you speak of, solutions would be ideal? Just a question. I'm all about solutions. If you look at any one of my videos on my channel, you see what I'm talking about, right? Used to put beer mat on top of glass in pubs, and if mat had moved, beer deemed no good. That's full SHTF, 68% dead, 100%, man. 100%. Trump will pump crypto. Yeah, Christmas time is kind of like the... Catch you later, Tinette, my darling. Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas. Yeah, cryptos usually do have a bit of a pump around Christmas time. They tend to gain quite a lot. We will look at crypto prices when we're doing the global threat analysis coming up in a minute, after we've watched this video with the Simpsons prediction. But yeah, in terms of solutions, what I highly recommend, if you check out Sigma Prepper channel, right? If you podcasts is a great place to start, because what I've done for you is break them down. So grid down scenario is a great one, which talks about day by day what happens with a grid down scenario and the stuff you're going to need, stuff you're going to think about. Security and protection goes through every single thing you're going to need, from a wide area, your local town, to your local street, to your local couple of houses around you, to your own property, to your own house, to your own room, whether that's a bug out room or panic room, to your own personal protection. It literally goes through every part of it. And then we've got the Warzone Wednesdays, which again is all about how to survive World War III. Plus, don't forget, you've got the Sigma Prepper Ultimate Guide to Prepping book. It's 350 plus pages of prepping and information solutions to survival during any event. So if it's solutions you want, you've absolutely come to the right place. So thank you so very much for bringing that up. Because it is important that you're not wasting time with people who don't understand it's all about the solutions, right? And we'll be looking at some of them through the show, actually. If you only drink tequila slammers, it's near impossible to spite them. Just saying. Oh, I never drink at the bar. That's an easy one. Yeah. Everything will be okay. Trump is going to take the Panama Canal back. Ooh, the orbs UFO thing really disturbing me. Yeah, that's definitely about something and for something. So let's check out what's going on with this Simpsons prediction, see what we think. Here we go.
There will be no internet on Christmas 2024. In The Simpsons, Springfield spirals into chaos when the global internet crashes on Christmas.
So basically they're saying that no internet on Christmas Day. So let's just in terms of solutions, of course, there is the there's a few, actually. Paul C's got his, John Haynes has got his Sigma Prepper Ultimate Hotspot. This is a great solution. This is when the internet goes down. This is why I designed this. This is like a Raspberry Pi single board computer, the Ultimate Hotspot by Sigma Prepper, right? And this is essentially a wireless hotspot with 256 gigabyte full of the entirety of stuff like Wikipedia, 60,000 Gutenberg books, projects. You've got all the forbidden knowledge for the survival stuff, from military guidebooks to foraging books to you name it. There's 160 prepping videos on there as well, plus an entire homeschooling education with videos as well. So in the event of no internet, no grid, for like a half a watt of power running off USB-C, or USB, sorry, battery bank, you can keep that running for weeks and weeks, literally, with searchable information. So the problem is like, if the internet's going down, on Christmas Day, then obviously, if you don't see me tomorrow on the Christmas show, right, this one, right, look out for the thumbnail. I'll schedule it tonight after the show, right? But tomorrow we're doing a Christmas special, 7 p.m. UK time, 2 p.m. Eastern. But if that doesn't happen for some reason, because the internet's gone down as part of this, the Simpsons prediction, right?
Christmas Eve, kids glued to their tablets, Homer binge-watching Christmas movies, and Marge video chatting with family are abruptly cut off as screens go blank. Wi-Fi signals disappear, phones lose connection, and a shark severing undersea cables is to blame. Without the internet, Springfield becomes unrecognizable. Shops can't process payments, streaming services stop, and social media addicts wander the streets, lost without their daily updates. Even Santa's online delivery tracker goes down, leaving kids worried about their presents. Frustration and confusion sweep the town as residents grapple with the sudden disconnect. But as the hours pass, Springfield begins to change. Families gather around fireplaces, sharing stories and laughter instead of scrolling. Kids rediscover the joy of board games, and neighbors come together, fostering bonds long forgotten. By Christmas night, the absence of the internet has brought Springfield closer, reminding everyone of the joy found in human connection and the true spirit of the holiday season. Follow for part 2.
So that was one of the things. So just to let you know that there is a prediction by the Simpsons of internet outage and complete downage on Christmas Day. Just so you know. So let me know if you'd seen anything about that. Spectacular product. Who creates the best? What do you mean who creates the best? Mine is the original and the only one. Yeah. I am a product developer, by the way. Electronic engineer and stuff. If you're new here, which I'm assuming you must be. But if you check out the Sigma Prepper website, look. I make all my own products and stuff, right? You go on the survival gear. There's things like virus prediction tool that I created in 2020. It went viral. That's 100% free. You can download that anytime you want. Predict viruses and giving it some variables and stuff. Here's a survival hotspot, look. For the ultimate SHTF scenario, and like I say, there's been a few this month. I think there's only about 3 left in stock now, but this is how it is. Yeah, and then you can access it on your smart device, your tablet, your laptop or whatever. It just beams it out wirelessly, and it's like surfing the internet, like on a hotel internet WAN thing, right? That's how it works. So yeah, and it's got all the gubbins in it, and you get the SD card, obviously, that goes into your hotspot, and you get everything in the pack, including its own leather Faraday bag. It's got its own protective Faraday bag, and stuff like that. So yeah, that's basically what it is, and it was the original and the only one. Yeah, there's other people who tried to copy it, but it's a real poor effort, and it doesn't have half the stuff on that I've got on there. So yeah, that's basically what it is. That's interesting. I just saw YouTube being a sneaky little one in the background there, as usual. It's just relentless. I tell you, it is relentless what YouTube's doing to this channel. It's not even funny. Right, so let's get into it. We've got a few other things I need to get through as well. Plus, we've got the SHTF. We got the global threat analysis. Sorry. Plus a bunch more things I want to share with you. But in the meantime, I think we should get into the global threat analysis. And when we come out of that, we'll be doing part 2. When we come back, we'll be doing wrapping presents. We've got Mike from UK and Prepper coming on as a guest as well. Plus a bunch of other things I need to share with you. It's all going on, so don't be going anywhere. So let's do the SHTF intel with the global threat analysis. And don't forget, I've already updated this to be 2025 graphics. So let's do it. Buckle up. hope you have your buckles on and they are uptight. Although we got to chill out. Yeah, this is the whole point of a global threat analysis, is just so we can show there's nothing to worry about. Oh man, let's get into world news just on the mainstream and see what they want us to think is going on. Denmark boosts Greenland defense after Trump repeats desire for US control. Toxic spill fears follow deadly Brazil bridge collapse. Blake Lively's claims put spotlight on hostile Hollywood tactics. You can see nothing much going on, talking about, you know, got the Syria thing, Christmas tree burning going on. It's like, oh man. American Airlines resumes flight after technical issues. It's funny, isn't it? They always have technical issues around the around Christmas time. That's interesting because I had that video separately to show you later on. So let's check that out now because they've got both these videos. This one might be better than the one I've got, but this cargo ship turns over in Turkey. Yeah. Where's the port? Oh, Istanbul, sorry. Clues on the image there. Sorry. Istanbul, the port there, basically, yeah, ship did a roly-poly. While it's at the port, look at all the people jumping off it. Yeah. Look at the size of this boat compared to the people, look, just to put it in perspective. It's craziness. But watch it go. It's crazy. This is like, yeah, they've got much better clips than I had. I mean, imagine the cost of that, yeah? Look at the state of it. So think of everyone's Christmas packages. If it doesn't arrive, this is probably why. If none of your Christmas presents turn up, then they could have been in these containers somewhere. So, yeah, that's what we got going on with that. And the other thing as well, this is interesting that I was going to show you, because we were doing, obviously, with our, for those that follow the show regularly, of course, we do our Warzone Wednesdays, which is all about how to survive World War III. Obviously, it's Wednesday tomorrow, but we can't be doing that on Christmas Day. But this is how it looks. The Warzone Wednesday is a great series, so please do check it out. I think there might be one linked in the description of this video below. But don't forget, 2 weeks ago, episode 3, sorry, number 4, we talked about electromagnetic warfare, right? EMPs and stuff, and Faraday cages, how to protect from it. Of course, as an electronic engineer, it's sort of my job to clear up all the misinformation about Faraday cages, so it's absolutely ram-packed, this one. And then number 3, don't forget, we talked about the drone warfare, right? Was episode 3, drone warfare, right? You'll see on my channel the videos for that series, right? Now, obviously, we won't be doing it tomorrow because it's Christmas Day, and then next week it's New Year's Eve, of course, so we'll be resuming that after that. But in light of what we were talking about with the drones and stuff, check it out, because I did show you a thing about the drone displays, and someone's actually been logged out of the admin. Look at these things. I showed you the displays before of these drones, and look, these things are just falling out of the sky. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that. Whatever. So look, they're just literally dropping out of the sky into the water. Why? What do we want to care about that for? Dropping into the water and on people, clearly. And I don't know what the cost of these things are, but I mean, I don't even know what sort of insurance they must have. Look at it just bolting across. Now, I've seen quite a few of these now, to the point where I do wonder if it's part of a, you know, somebody's got some sort of a scrambler or a jammer. Do you know what I mean? It does make me wonder if that's what is happening. It could be. It's just a theory, but I'm just saying, I've seen it happen quite a few times on a few shows, and it does make me wonder if it's like some sort of like sabotagey type thing. Maybe a competitive company is trying to sabotage their competitor, or something like that, or just someone's got an issue with the drones in it, because they don't fall out of the sky like that. There's like, I know I've been involved in that industry big time with the drones and things, right? I don't know, just get the spidey senses about it, because that's like the 4th or 5th one I've seen, and they look beautiful. Those drone displays are beautiful when they get them right, believe me. Is that where my hotspot went? Don't know. I hope you voted in the live poll, by the way. We've got a live vote going. So which of these would be at the top of your Christmas list? Bug out bag and shelter. All figured out. Yeah. Personal protection equipment. Or 3 months of food and supply. Or off-grid solar power setup. Sorry, I don't think I mentioned that one. So there are your options. Please do live vote in the live poll. Total fire ban here. No Christmas barbecue, says Carol, in Australia. Yeah, there's lots of wildfires going on as well at the moment. I'm not sure about... Yeah, the only way global internet can go down is taken down, 100%. There's all sorts of redundancies and... Yeah. Just flicking through, trying to catch up with everyone's live chat comments. Someone loaded in a hurry trying to go for holidays, probably. This is the boat falling into the sea. Sorry, I'm way behind with the comments. I'm trying to catch through. Yeah, I hope there weren't anyone hiding those containers. That's a good point. It's lovely to see all the members in the house. Don't buy anything from AliExpress for a while. Yeah. It was drone flu. Brilliant. Like it. So there's not an awful lot going on in the headlines, particularly, as you can see, right? Abseiling Santa descends from Guatemala bridge to deliver toys. But yeah, so there's not an awful lot rocking, to be honest, in the main headlines, and even it's just the same as it was when I reported the other day. We do have the eruption at Home Reef volcano drive significant lava lobe growth in Tonga. And we have to watch out for Tonga because we had a big one I reported on a couple of years ago, remember? And it was like real big risk of tsunami as well that happened at the time. Santa Cruz wharf collapses. Of course, yes, you've got the pier that collapsed, if you hadn't heard of that, in Santa Cruz. Let me know if you heard about that live in the chat. But the thing lich dropped into the... It dropped into the sea. So this is like the pier in Santa Cruz, look. Haven't they got the drone shot of it? I thought I had a drone shot version of it. But yeah, the entire pier, or a couple 100 foot of it, or broke in half and just fell into the sea. Yeah. I wonder if we've got better footage here. Doesn't look like it. Don't know what it's about. So yeah, this is the other thing going on. I think that's the only footage we've got of that, haven't we? So let's check out the earthquakes then. It's looking pretty normal. 30 earthquakes. Nothing out of the ordinary. There's a couple on the west coast here of Africa, but sorry, South America. But other than that, 30 is normal. And the sun's looking, you know, we do need to check in on it because we do have that one that shot off a super fast X-class solar flare off the backside of the sun, which I believe is now, or should be, on the front side, or coming round. Let's see if we can... I think it's this one. Or is it this one? 3932. Let's just spark open this one. Could be, but I think it's more likely 3935. 3935, which doesn't look like it's gnarly. So we'll keep our eye out, but we had that one that kicked off around the backside. It could be this one, since it's already popping off M9.0s, look, on the 23rd and 24th. 3932, so maybe that 3932 one there is the one responsible for that big massive X-class solar flare that popped off just last week. But luckily it wasn't Earth facing. You can see it's pretty much green. There's some minor geomagnetic disruption there, but other than that, it's all looking good. And of course soon we'll be getting the results in for December to see what the sunspot number is. And we'll be able to see how far out a norm it is. Last November was 152. We were expecting maximum bat of 111. So again, it's still riding way above that grey normal area of number of sunspots on the sun. So it is clearly an active sun at the moment. Look at the number of sunspots. I think December's going to be higher than November was, and far even further off the scale. We'll have to wait until just a week or so, and that'll be updated. And then we'll be tracking January's numbers as we go. So we'll check out the cryptos. Bitcoin's still struggling to break back through that 100 bags of sand. Ethereum's holding itself around about 3.5, and the market cap just under 3.5 trillion. Again, doing all right to hold itself together. Christmas is generally a boost time for it. A lot of people put their money into dry powder, as they call it, where they take it out of the crypto market and keep it in cash on the side, while they're waiting for things to sort of do their thing and the market's closed down. People are on holiday, so you just got your sort of home computer trader people really that are playing around with it at the moment. And then when things start getting back to bidney, you tend to see a bit of a boost in the cryptos coming back in the first part of the year. So we'll see if that happens again this year. So we have got some memes as well to share. Not too many, because we need more. Yeah. So you need to get yourself over onto the community server, the Discord community server on Discord, right? Links in the description below. Here's your memes there, look, and get yourself memed up as much as possible. We need as many as possible for tomorrow, because we got our Christmas special, don't forget, on the 25th of December 2024, and that's going to be 7 p.m. UK time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. I'll schedule that as soon as I finish the show tonight, so you'll see that, and you can hit the notify button and you'll get a notification tomorrow, amongst the screaming kids around the Christmas tree. Depending what time of the world it's going to be for you tomorrow, I appreciate difficult day, but for those that are on your own, I know there's a few that watch me who don't have family, they're on their own, major sigma styly, and so it's at least our opportunity to get together and allow everyone to feel like we're not alone at a time where it's important to be around loved ones and people who care about you. So what better way to do it than Drew, do you have a GPS jammer on your turret? No, but it wouldn't be too difficult to set up. Even, I mean, I'll swap out my 2.4 Yagi antennas with a 1.2 gigahertz, which is the frequency of GPS, and you would do the same thing. You just need to fire false packets of data at it to confuse it. But yeah, it is doable, Amphere, as an anti-drone thing, right? Silver is under 30. Is it? Should we? Sorry, we didn't check silver, or did we? Let's do that quickly, and then we'll do. Boom. So silver price, I mean, it is up. That's on the year. We need it on the week. Sorry. Yeah, down 3% again. Should we see what gold's been doing? But we're at 29.63. Of course, markets will be closed for a bit, and gold's down as well for the week. 2,616 now. So we'll see what it's going to do this week. We'll see with the holidays and things. We'll see. So that's what we've got rocking with the cryptos and the markets and the precious metals. So let's do the memes then, shall we? Yeah. Cheers, everyone. Boom, 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 boom. So thank you so very much, and don't, like I said, please do. We want as many Christmas memes as you can come up with for tomorrow's show, so please do go and make yourself known over on the Discord server. It's completely free to join. It's a great place to make friends, to learn all about survival gear, prepping, survival skills, you name it, it's all on there. So do join in the fun. This one's from me. That's 2 nearly completed. Only 1,499,998 to go. This is in relation to whole, this pledge to build like 1.5 million new homes. Brilliant. Is the joys of AI in it, in terms of like face swap and stuff like that, right? Oh dear, just for deniability and for disclosure, this is an AI generated image. Would you, they weren't really building out of Lego blocks. This one's in from Kaza. Would you blindfold yourself and eat whatever someone fed you? No. Then stop letting the media do it to you. Yeah, Kaza. Thank you, my darling. Appreciate it. This one from Eagle Hunting. I'm not sure what's going on here. I think this is one of those things where it was like an image that was perfectly acceptable many years ago. Obviously now isn't. I don't know. Would that have ever been acceptable? Probably not. I'm sure women would like many more things than a vacuum cleaner. Although I don't know. I mean, if it's like one of the things that she really hates doing is like sweeping the floor, right? And it's part of what their daily chores between them are as a household. And she's the one who takes care of the floors, then maybe she'd love to have a vacuum cleaner because she can do the floors in half an hour rather than 3 hours. And then she's got time to kick back and chill and relax with gang signs, right? It's not as bad as one of my ex-girlfriends, though. I would say one of my ex-girlfriends. I don't want to sound like there's millions of them, but my ex-girlfriend, her dad offered her mum a facelift for her birthday. As a birthday gift. I know I've told you that before, but I'm just saying that's big time Trump in this. Big time Trump in this. Oh dear. And he was serious as well. This one's in from Sandy. Thank you, my darling. Googling stuff. Thank you for your super chat tonight. Really appreciate you, honey. Googling stuff. Then search results. The thing you want. Now, crazy AI misinformation that will get people killed. Sponsor result, sponsor result, sponsor result. People also ask, and then view products. Pretty much bang on. Let me know in the live chat how you're feeling about the memes tonight. No, I've got first Christmas one from Sandy. Thank you, my darling. And what would you like, Timmy? To salvage what's left of Western civilization. Let's let that one sit there, marinate for just a little bit. Drew, ChatGPT just sent me to one of your videos. I beg your pardon. He's brought her over, innit? What would you think as a... Tell me what you think as a woman. Yeah? As a woman, a specimen woman at that, how do you feel about getting bought a vacuum cleaner? Sling your TV out. 100% says my top to Downcastle. He looks like he has something on his mind. Yeah. Better than a facelift as a present though, innit? Just. That's blatant, man. She isn't even wearing handcuffs to Zamfir. Classic. Della, my darling in the house. Have you noticed your name's green and you're now a member? You can thank Full of Hope for that. She did YouTube memberships. Yeah. And she did 5 gifted memberships and you were one of the selected people. And you can do all sorts of fancy icons and things and emojis like these, look. See? You should use it before your month's free subscription expires, girlfriend. Oh dear. Genuine question, the beep experiment, what's your views? Oh, look at Full of Hope. Gifted 5 Wolfpack member fishes. What? She's done it again. She's gone and done it again. Look at Full of Hope. She's gifted more Wolfpack members. What an absolute babe. Thank you so very much, Full of Hope. On behalf of everybody, because again, these get dished out randomly. So it looks like Paul C in the house, Connie in the house, Christopher, Stargazer, and the Equalizer have been gifted membership. Oh, you sweet soul. Isn't she just? Cow of holiness. Indeed. It's lovely to see you, Della, to say Merry Christmas, my darling. It's so lovely to see you with us. Paul C, look. Paul C's got himself an ultimate hotspot. He's super pleased with it. Thank you, Paul. Really appreciate you, man. And, yeah. What an absolute. Look at Full of Hope showing off with her little Sigma Prepper icons. Right. The other thing as well is I can make more, when there's more members, I can make more emojis, custom emojis. So throw some ideas at me if you can think of any custom emojis to add to the list, because I can do a couple more now. I think I can do 3 more. It's my 2 up, 2 down castle. Right, isn't it absolute? What a babe. Let's get through these. Steve is explaining to Brad that now he has all the money in Monopoly, he can make up whatever rules he likes. My little sister used to hate playing Monopoly with me when we was kids. How come I never win anything? Oh, Robert. Oh. If I could... You know, if I could do anything for you, Robert, you know I would. Including that. So I'm just moving your comments over a little bit. You've won me, Robert. You've won my friendship forever. And my thoughts and my love. Right? Come on. Back again, says Miss Worm. Yeah, so we'll have to come up with some new emojis as well for everyone. So another one from Kazalo. It's not the end of the world, it's the end of the illusion. Like it. Oh, look at Christopher showing his respect. His respect and his spanking. Oh, look at Della. She's just giving it a bash as well. Who got... Oh, Amanda Shale, my darling. Gifted membership by Della Sandor. That's cool. Amanda will be super pleased. She might be in tomorrow or tonight. You never know. I think they get a notification as well, Della, that you've gifted a membership. That's so lovely. Thank you to everyone. I really appreciate you guys. Hope Robert gets my membership I bought. I do. Can you specify a person then, Della? It looks like it's... I don't know if it just gets directed to someone randomly or what. I don't know what control you get on YouTube. Drew, that's worth more than you could imagine. On the contrary, man, I'm so pleased that I've met all of you, you know. Oh, you can't designate a certain person. Oh, that's weird, isn't it? Oh, look, and that was the last one. I mean, not the last one forever and ever, amen, but... No, it's random, says Miss Worm. I don't think so, it's random. Oh, well, at least we found out then, so thank you so very much. Great ultimate hotspot. I'd better get a Faraday box, so I've still got a device to use it with now. Yeah, do you know, we talked about Faraday bags big time, didn't we? On the Warzone Wednesday, this last number 4, episode 4 you're looking for, if you want to catch up with that. And I even broke down the frequencies and the wavelength and calculated the exact size hole you need to have as a maximum for the EMP wave to get through, because the EMP wave pulse is made up of E1, E2 and E3 frequencies. You need to protect from all 3. So I broke all of that down, right? No one else, I don't think anyone's ever done that in the prepping community for people before. But anyway, so I did that. So check that out. Everything you need to know about Faraday cages, whether you're just using a galvanized steel trash can with a backpack in there that's, you know, insulated with your stuff inside that. You don't need to worry about putting a load of stuff around the inside. Just put your stuff in a backpack in the galvanized steel trash can. Job done. Right, we're supposed to be... I think we're supposed to be getting out of... I think we're supposed to be getting out of here, aren't we? I wanted to see if we've got any good news stories. Are we doing a good news story? So, I'll tell you what, let's just make sure, rather than messing around with that, let's just have a look in the chat. I catch up with people there. And then we'll jump out of here. Great memes, YouTube, Google, random. Innit? I think it might go to those who have been in the chat the most, not sure though. I was thinking Faraday cage emoji. I'm not sure what that would look like. Let's have a look. I've just done a YouTube membership boot camp, and one of the biggest complaints was not being able to choose who gets the membership gifts. Yeah, I'll look and see if I can as well do anything with it. Being here with the pack is all I need. Thank you, Robert. Me too, just to be around you guys. JG, sorry. Love this channel. Thank you so much. Fairly new to it, but nice community. And Drew's an amazing producer. Great quality. Also, he developed music. Oh, you're gonna make me cry. You're the perfect friend of the channel because you appreciate team. Yeah, you appreciate crazy team. Right, so let's have a look. What did I see? I keep missing thingy-bobs. Oh, sorry, what's this? Question again, the V.I.P experiment. What's your thoughts? Question again, did you say that before? Sorry, it's difficult to keep up. So, V.I.P experiment, well, I mean, probably the best way to describe the V.I.P experiment, well, it's, you know, my understanding of that is essentially how you can change, how the narrative can change, or the understanding of things can change when things are redacted and censored and blacked out or beeped, and things like this can completely change how something's perceived. Come to think of it, I think I've got a really good example of that. I have got a really good example of that. You know, I like to come prepared, right? But for those who haven't seen it, sorry, I've got a rogue. I think we've got a rogue video somewhere, have we? I think so. Hold on. Yeah. Where's the rogue video coming from? Oh, I see. Right, we should be alright now. Yeah. Rogue sound we've removed. So this is the V.I.P experiment. This is a good example of the V.I.P experiment. This is just off the top of my head because obviously I've just seen that comment in there. But this is kind of what, this is the unnecessary bleeping Harry Potter, right? If you haven't seen this, it's absolutely classic, but it really illustrates the power of censorship with beeping and how you can completely change the meaning of stuff.
Maybe we should just go and by the car.
Classic.
The car?
Now, today we will be animals.
With any luck, this could well be the day I the biggest of my career, and you will not it up.
I think you slipped the into Ginny Weasley's.
You've my cat.
No.
I wouldn't expect you to me. Who would ever ugly, miserable, moping, moaning myrtle?
To train you all up, in case you ever need to yourselves, as I myself have done on countless occasions.
Make sure the Crab and Goyle these.
Curiously, Lucius, several of them were under the impression that you would our family.
What do I do now? You wait here and try and some of this rock so we can get back through. I'll go on and Ginny.
Oh, God.
I wonder if I could that.
Classic, right? But that's a good example of how, like, this is like, well, basically the V.I.P experiment, right? About how you can completely change the meaning of something. Tony Goose in the house, great to see you with us. But I don't know if CJ, or was it JJ? Sorry, I'm struggling to keep up with it all. JJ, was it? No, that was something else. Do apologise. Oh, CJ Amazon, that was it. Question again, the V.I.P experiment, right? So yeah, I think that should I think that should cover up my thoughts on the V.I.P experiment, because clearly it has a big impact on being able to change people's perceptions on stuff. You know. But this is the same, you know. And it's like another example. I mean, this is a little bit more of a nuanced example for people if they want to get really into the topic. But another thing about the V.I.P experiment is like a good example was if you ever saw Alfred Hitchcock. He was interviewed once about how he never showed the scenes really of any gore, right? So even like, what was that called? What was that Alfred Hitchcock film? Classic, with the shower scene, right? Let me know live in the chat because I can't remember the title of it. But he was being interviewed about that and they asked him, they said, you know, why you didn't even show the scene and yet it's one of the scariest scenes? And he said, yeah, it's all the psychology, because the stuff that you don't show means that the person's imagination fills in that gap with something way more powerful than you could ever come up with creatively, right? You know, because everyone's got their own little thing of what they fear the most. Yeah, they've all got their own little ick, their own personal ick that they deal with, whether it's gore or the way you go or something like this, and so, or the way the person looks, and so by having that scene and then just not showing the actual psycho, thank you. Psycho, right? Full of Hope I think was first in there with thank you for that. Yeah, and that was basically a good example where he said, you know, the whole reason I didn't show it is because the things that you don't show means that their imagination's going to make up that gore in their head, and it's going to be way more gory than you could either ever get away with from the ratings industry regulatory body, let alone what someone can make up in their own head with their own fears. So it's very powerful. Same with Jaws, says Daily Survival. Yeah. First film to show a flushing toilet to Attack of the Killer Smurfs. Not familiar with that one. I was expecting something like the army hearing test. I don't know. That's my understanding of the beep experiment. I don't know any other version of it. Let me know if I'm wrong. But CJ Amazon seems to have just... Oh, no, there you go. Totally missed the experiment entirely. I don't know. I think we've just done it twice, haven't we? Let us know what about it we've missed. Yeah. I thought I just covered the concept of it. Yeah. The point is, you see, is if you understand something truly and deeply, then you can explain it in any different way and even show videos of examples of it, which is far easier for people to consume when it comes to education, if you can give examples of how the beep experiment not only is a thing, but how it actually plays out in real life. Sorry if you don't feel like I've shown that. Purple Flurple in the house. Great to see you. Happy Christmas Eve to you too, my darling. I hope you're well. I can't believe we've been going for this long. We haven't even had part 1 break yet, and then come back with part 2 where we've got live guest Mike from UK Urban Prepper as well. So, sorry to keep everyone up. And I've got to do rapping as well. Not as in, my name is Drew and I'm here to rap. Not that kind of rap, but I'm talking about rapping presents. Yeah. Yeah. We've got ribbons and bows and all sorts. I've got a present to wrap as well, so you're going to join me for that. It's the difference between explaining and seeing someone showing and applying advice. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, Daily Survival. Keeping the links flowing. Really appreciate you all being here. So we've done the memes. We haven't done a good news story, have we? Should we do a good news story? We do like to do good news stories, particularly things like Christmas Eve, right? Because we got to make up for, the fact that we haven't, you know. I mean, it's not been bad news today, has it? It's been all right. Yeah. See, that's not good. None of the good news stories are good, is my problem with it. Yeah. Okay, I've got one that is all right. I had a choice of 3. This is the one I'm going with, right? So December 23rd was yesterday. Finding Nemo, right? Missing dog found on mountain, lured in by McDonald's McChicken. Don't forget, we like to share our loved ones. You can do that over on the Discord server. Animal lovers is where you're looking for. I did a couple of videos of Hugo Bear today. Look, sporting the deer antlers, right? And then I needed him also to model the Santa hat. Yeah, which I also have here. If you'd like to join in the fun, you can go and do that over on the Discord server. Go and check it out, right? So today's good news story comes from Nova Scotia, Canada. So the Morrison family from Cape Breton Island, Canada, experienced their very own version of Finding Nemo this holiday season. 4 weeks ago, their beloved dog, Nemo, where's Nemo in it? The chances of that disappeared without trace, leaving the family heartbroken and clinging to hope. They were full of hope. Yeah, we've got a full of hope, and she is our hope. Thank you, my darling, for being you. But just in time for Christmas, their story took a miraculous turn. Ba, ba, ba. A month to the day after he disappeared, we got a call from a family in the English town that saw Nemo running around by the ferry. Dawn Morrison told Global News the kind-hearted strangers were determined to help and cleverly lured Nemo into their car using McDonald's McChicken sandwich. And then we find out this entire news story is sponsored by McDonald's. I'm only joking. Sorry, I didn't mean to ruin it. It just wouldn't surprise me. Cleverly lured in their car using McDonald's McChicken sandwich. Let us know live in the chat what it would be that you would have to lure your dog with. I'm just thinking what Hugo Bear would need to be lured with. McChicken sandwich might work. There might be other things. Cheese is always a good one. They kept him safe and contacted the Morrisons, who rushed to Englishtown to bring their furry family member home. What a lovely thing for Christmas, look. Can you imagine losing your loved one and then just like thinking that was it? A month, don't forget. So like when it's been like just a couple of weeks, you're probably thinking at that point, you know, statistically speaking, right? A month to the day after he's disappeared, you're probably thinking he's a goner. So he adopted him 2 years ago. The dog plays a crucial support role in the lives of their 2 children. Oh man, kids as well. Dawn Morrison expressed their gratitude to the family who helped bring him home, adding that Nemo is now back where he belongs and will be spoiled with plenty of gifts and treats this holiday season. Oh, yeah. We love humans and animals, especially when they do good stuff and bring loved ones back together. Oh, that's amazing. Sorry, I just seen your messages. Oh, what was that about? Purple Flurple doing what? So she gifted a membership. What a babe! She's getting in on the action. Thank you, Perps. Apparently you can't decide who gets it. Yeah, who misses? Who's getting it? It's a blind allocation, apparently. I don't know if it's just randomized. I imagine it probably is. My cat loves cheese also. Cats love fried French fries also. They will eat a pan of them. Do you know, I saw something where there was a McDonald's put out and the dogs just didn't want anything to do with it. The street dogs just didn't want to eat it. And I was like, oh, yeah. Flat Cap Gaming there. My last dog, just the sound of a packet of crisps or biscuits opening would have been enough. Oh, man. Do you know what? Hugo Bear really likes tea. If I do, on his cup, he's got what I call Hugo's Daddy Cup. It's because it was a Happy Father's Day big chunky cup. It's the biggest one I've got. Even this is 20 ounce. The Sigma Prepper official merch mugs that are linked in the description on the Etsy merch store. But they're 20 ounce, right? Usually 11 ounce, and then you get 15 and you get 20 mega mugs, right? So Hugo Bear's mug, Hugo's Daddy mug, is even bigger because he's got a big snout, right? So he likes tea. And if I just on his mug, right, if I just go ching ching ching, yeah, Hugo wants some tea, all the way down the stairs. You know what it is with a big dog and then jumping off the bed upstairs. John C. been loading to any car for double sausage and egg McMuffin with 2 hash browns. Brilliant. What I wonder what JD would be up for, Perps. I think Perps is with us. Love going out to JD, my darling. He's a good friend of the channel, old JD. He's 17-year-old doggy. Got 3 pit bulls, 3 small dogs and 5 cats. Sounded good. We got 3 cats and Hugo Bear. My black cat, Otis, ate some cheesy Doritos and was really ill for about a week. Oh man, that's no good. Thank you again, Purple Flurple, my darling. Less than half hour to go for the global internet outage, apparently. Yeah, that's what we're waiting for. Well, it's not. We got to be doing part 2 in a minute. We got like Yuko and Prepper coming on, and I've got to wrap presents and ting. So we've got loads going on. Please do vote in the live poll as well tonight. Don't forget, we're talking about Christmas stuff. That's another thing. Part 2, I'm going to be talking about what my Christmas list is and the goodies that I want. And let's just say the goodies aren't going to fit in my stocking. I can't show you the other side because it's got green on it. But there's one of our stockings. Our son's got one, and Magic Hand, Mr. Sigma Prepper's got one as well. So that's going up empty tonight. It's probably going to be empty in the morning as well. Breakfast menu don't start till 5 a.m. Can you imagine that? McDonald's breakfast. Awaiting quiz show, is that? We're doing a quiz show tomorrow, right? So if you catch up with tomorrow's show, which will look like this, you'll see the thumbnail posted later on tonight. Tomorrow it will be scheduled, right, for 7 p.m. UK time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be doing the Sigma Prepper quiz, give you a chance to you know, test your, test your knowledge for prepping. And I usually go into details as well about each of the things. So this is what we're talking about, the Sigma Prepper quiz, which is A, B, C, D, multiple choice questions, stuff like this. What angle of blade sharpening is considered best for pocket and hunting knives? Yeah. And then we have a winner and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. So 7 questions it is, survival questions. So I haven't written the questions yet. I'll be doing that tonight and tomorrow morning for the show tomorrow. So I hope you'll join us for that. Should be a good laugh. It'd be great to see you all here with us. Plus other stuff as well going on. In it, Just got notified this live is live. I know YouTube hates this channel. It has done, which is why it's taken nearly 3 years to get 1,000 subscribers. Right? I've spent my life building channels for YouTubers, right, as a media company owner for many years. And I tell you what, I usually get people 10,000 subscribers in about 4 months. So that's how I know something's... That's how I know YouTube hates me. But love to YouTube anyway. Why not, eh? Yeah. Got to be the better man. Everyone, nice to dip in the chat. Thank you all. Merry Christmas. Have to go to bed. Love to you. Merry Christmas to you, JJ. Maybe catch you tomorrow for the main show. Miss Worm already getting in her answers for the Single Prepper quiz. She can't resist a Big Mac. Do you know, I haven't had a Big Mac or anything like that for ages. I did have a KFC a couple of weeks ago, randomly. Magic Ham was coming home with our son, and you know. If I knew how I'd send you a tube of silver ounces as a giveaway, I'd like, you know, I've always wanted a 1 ounce gold coin. I had, funnily enough, we're going to get into this in part 2 because the gift here, one of the things for Xavier is his silver. He's got 2 ounces here that he gets every year. At least 2 ounces, sometimes 2 for his birthday, 2 for Christmas. So I was going to see if people could guess what was in here for him. For those that know, he does get a couple of silver ounces every year. And the idea, he's been getting that since he was about 5 years old. And the idea was that when he gets to like 17, 18 years old, which is only a year away, it would be enough money cumulatively to buy his first car, was the idea, right? And I think he should end up having about 40 ounces of silver by that time, which I think is pretty good going, yeah? Tracy J in the house. Love to you, my darling. Crypto profits. Says Philo. So yeah, they're the last 2 that I've got for him because I bought 10 a couple of years ago, and I've just been giving him ones out of that because I can't afford to buy any new. So I was going to say a lighter. I wouldn't be giving my son a lighter. Although he has got a lighter. He bought himself a Zippo lighter when he went with army cadets to Scotland, to Edinburgh, and he bought one of them Zippos with the Scottish sort of thing on it. Bless him. Maybe I'll send my postal address to bullion companies. Be a nice sponsor, innit? Right, so let's get out of the global threat analysis because we're done in here, and then we got to get to part 2 as well. We got all sorts going on. I haven't even showed you half the stuff I was going to show you. So don't go anywhere because I'm not. I'm going to have a little sip of my tea. See you in 30 seconds. Right, we can unbuckle our seatbelts now. Unbuckle our harnesses. I don't touch fast food, says LBR Stella. Yeah, do you know what? I must say I'm not a massive fan. Had some beautiful salmon tonight. Thank you, Magic Ham, for lovely salmon. And new little potatoes with batter on them. Yeah, whatever you call that. And a side bowl of salad with some lemon squeezed on, fresh, cut. It was yummy. Gonna have smoked salmon in the morning. Magic Hand got a little pack of smoked salmon slices, so that we usually have that on French bread, cut in slices with whatever she puts on it. I think it's cream cheese and then salmon and then lemon juice. That's yummy. Zippo's Rock, says Stella. Yeah, that's my go-to lighter. Always in my pocket. Well, my Sigma Prepper Zippo, it is. My Zippo. My Sigma Wolf Zippo with the laser engraved woodland background, just like the brand. So yeah, that's always in my pocket. Butterfly will stay strong for him. First year without my old bear. Do you know what? I'm dreading the day that Hugo Bear's not about. I'll tell you what, I need to put top chat on blimmin' live chat because I think I'm not seeing people's comments. Please do vote in the live poll as well. We'll be calling that later on. I haven't seen Purple Flurple. Oh, there we go. He's still hanging in there, my little fighter. Oh, my darling. Thank you so much for resting me, keep me updated. Space Hopper Mark in the house. 7 cats and 3 slugs. Brilliant. I bet I've got more slugs than you have. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't really do the fast food thing. It's so funny seeing everyone with your green membership names. And don't forget, you have these blue stars is your loyalty, so how many months you've been a member, and your colour changes as you've been a member for longer and stuff. So it's funny because everyone's starting as a member at the same time, although a lot of people haven't paid for their own membership. So in a month's time, it'll just be but it's cool. It's cool because I can do all the custom emojis. Because no matter as you get more YouTube members, you can do more custom emojis. Right, is the idea of that. And so that was, I think, I might have even, maybe I did. This is the YouTube membership, so this is just about the fact that I've no external funding and all that. Yeah, custom emojis. I thought I did a list of them. Obviously I didn't, but yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff there. It shows what you get for each level of what sits. They are now asking £50 plus for a brass armour zipper. Well, this armour one was £130. This was. I bought that 3 years ago when I first started the Sigma Prepper brand. Yeah, that was like £120. I don't usually spend that sort of money, but this was sentimental because it's what I do when I launch a business. I have to feel like, you know, it's just part. It's the same as my, you know, my sentimental Sigma pendant, right? Gives me the power. Oh, brilliant. Repping and prepping. Hope you can join us tomorrow for our official Christmas Spesh show tomorrow. We'll be doing that at 7 PM UK time, 2 PM Eastern time. So it's a little bit different time tomorrow, but I get, you know, it's going to be difficult for some people to make it. But if you get to catch up with the reruns, or you can just pop in for 5 seconds to say hi. What brand of head torch do you recommend, Drew? 100,000,000% Olight. Let me show you mine because I love it. I mean, there's only one gripe really with Olight, to be honest, that I don't like about it. But it's not really a not like, it's just a not perfect. I mean, as a product designer for many years, I have a different opinion on stuff than a lot of people. But this is my Olight. And you can see it's the this is the H2R, which are not easy to get hold of, but the H2R, and you see it's got the 90 degrees. But what I like about it, first of all, this 18650 cell, which is what you want for a start. Don't buy anything that's not an 18. Don't go getting AA's and AAA's rechargeable. It's nonsense. You want proper 18650 type cell, which the Olight has. It comes with, but it is a slightly special one. This is the only thing. You can just put a normal 18650 replacement cell in and keep spares, but the original Olight one has got contacts positive and negative at the top, so it means that you have on the charge base, there's a custom magnetic charge socket that goes floodunk to charge it. So it's just convenient, but so it's waterproof. I really love the color. This is the neutral white. You've got like 4 different levels, and it's just beautiful. The spread on it's perfect. The weight of it's perfect. The head torch mount is perfect. I love the fact that it's already magnetized in there before you even put the silicone strap round. The other thing is I've got the bike mount, handlebar mount for this as well, with spare bands, so I can just take it from this and put it on my handlebars. And again, it sits flat like that and the light's forward, which is why I like the 90 degrees. It's also nice because it's magnetic, so you can just stick it on a metal surface and just put it or whatever, or you can stick it, like for example, when the light went in the bathroom and I didn't have time to replace the bulb, it was before doing a show, and I went in the shower and I forgot the bulb had blown in there. And I grabbed my head torch and on the radiators, which are metal, just stuck it on the side pointing up at the ceiling, which just the ambient lights the whole room. And I would do the same thing in a grid down scenario. But this is my go-to, the Olight H2R. There's other versions which are pretty good, but I do like Olight. They're not cheap, but it's... Of probably 10 head torches that I've bought over the years, this is the one that I'll replace with exactly the same one if I ever needed to. And I bought my son exactly the same one for his birthday several years ago. That's how much I liked it. So there you go. That's all I'm going to say about that. Don't tell, but I've got Mr. Worm and O-Light for Christmas. Brilliant, nice choice. Magic Hand's got a very small, cute little one that sits on the fridge. Yeah. My friend has a solar charging battery bank. I'm gonna get one. Yeah, I'm gonna do a whole show about that. I'm gonna do a whole show about the off-grid stuff. I've built many of them. I've got a big one here, but I've also got a new one I'm building with lithium phosphate cells. I've also got one with lithium titanate LTO cells, which are quite new technology, not cheap and stuff. I'm building prototype with that as well. Oh, look at Della, foldable sheets. Oh, we might even be getting near to the $50 range, which means I have to go the rest of the show wearing my Christmas hat. Merry Christmas, you work so hard, enjoy your holiday. Thank you so much, Della, and you too, my darling. I really appreciate the way you supported me. You've been such a great friend to me and everyone else on the channel, Della. Really do appreciate you, honey. Love to you, Della. Hope you have a great day tomorrow. Jenny Simon in the house. Ice got a slunk headlamp that's similar to that. It has removable battery, the same battery as in Vape. Yeah, 18650 probably. I've got a super hardcore one. I think I might be able to reach it. This was my super hardcore one that I had before investing in the O-Light several years ago when I felt rich at the time. But this is a super duper heavy duty one. This is an 18650 again, selling there, lithium ion, 3.7 volt, right? And just the battery time on it is just epic compared to your AAAs and your AA's, so just don't even bother that. But this is quite heavy, and you can see it's got the adjustable lens, so you can do the beam spread, which I like. And it's not too cool white, it's quite a neutral white. I much prefer warm white. The headband's all right, but to be honest, this is the one that I use if I've got a helmet on or something like that. I'll put that over the top of that. So this band is stretched enough to go around our tactical helmet sort of thing, right? But I don't like this. This mounts a bit, you know, and it's really heavy compared to the O-Light. And I think it's largely because of the center of gravity, yeah, from the head to the end is much further away, you see, so it just wants to tilt down. You feel it on your head more, but because this is so compact from the side, you see, it's so much closer to your head. It's just nicer, it's more comfy. What can I tell you? But that was like my second best head torch ever. Super bright, man, like a car headlight. So when I'm on my mountain bike or something, it's pretty good for going through the woodland. I do like midnight runs through the woods and stuff on my own in the bike, and having a good spread of light's quite cool. But happy Christmas, Jenny. I'm glad you got to pop in. So does Super have an Amazon store? I did have for another channel, but I keep meaning to set it up for this one. But we're going to get part 2 is all about that, because I'm going to go through my Christmas list of stuff that I would like, right, just to inspire you into stuff that you might like, and to throw me your ideas of your most prized tech that you want or have got, to inspire us all for our Christmas wish list. And then hopefully if 2025 is a good year for us all, then we can start working towards the sort of things we really want to do to complete our preps, and the stuff that we've got missing, the stuff that we'd put on our Christmas list if price wasn't an option, and things like this at the moment, right? So yeah, we'll have well, Etsy is just my own merch and stuff, and obviously my ultimate hotspot and some other things. So yeah, the Amazon wish list is a different thing, isn't it? Thank you, Days Survival. So what we got here? Is that for? Oh, that's his. Is that your Zippo? Is it? This is Outlaw Ducalet. Classic. I was going to say, is that a Ferrari badge? Sorry, a Ferrari belt buckle. This is that was on the Discord server. Yeah. Acknowledged and agreed. Daily Survival. To make it a month with no power, you better have your survival skills together, especially the water thing. Plenty of food. Also, well, yeah. Do you know what the problem with the month? If you check out my my entire guide for a grid down scenario, right? You can do the podcast ones where I've broken this grid down one into well, I've broken it down into all the different days. Right, and you'll see here, this is the series. So I've broken them up into episodes, but I did it all in one live show. So if you can't consume that amount of information in one sitting, then this is broken down into like 6 parts of the entire day by day, what happens on a grid down scenario, starting from 8:42 in the morning where a simulation of the grid goes down, the reason why it's gone down, and then we get into episode 2, and we start going day by day in terms of what happens. So day 1, because 8:42 a.m. in some countries, in some latitudes, is still going to be dark. Very. So this is like going day by day what happens at the beginning, right?
Right, just as a heads up. But
what should you do first the minute the power goes out and stuff, and then we get into day 2, day 3, day 4, all the way through to 2 weeks in. And by 2 weeks in, we're already talking like purge level civil disruption, right? And civil unrest, which is obviously where things start cascading and hitting the fan exponentially. So it's a great one to watch, to give you an idea of how bad a grid down scenario is, because of how critically reliant we are on tech as a Western society particularly. Yeah, get a dehydrator, game changer. I would say get your non-perishable tins for 3 months before you go with dehydration, but I would say vacuum packer is the best thing to go for first and foremost. You can get them very cheaply. Vacuum sealer pack for maybe $25 on Amazon, right? And you can get a tube roll of Mylar bag and you just seal it with the vacuum sealer. You put your rice in it or your pasta, you vacuum seal the other end, and that's good with an oxygen absorber inside it. Just one oxygen absorber packet inside it, and you'll extend your life of your rice or your pasta to more like 8 to 15 years rather than about 6 months to a year for just normal rice and pasta in its normal packaging. So you're much better off doing things like that, getting your tins, your fruit salads, your rice puddings, your tuna, your big soups, your chicken curry in the tin, things like this that you can mix with your pasta. Make sure you get pasta like spaghetti. It takes up far less space, there's less air in the packet, and it's easier to store in vacuum sealed Mylar bags, and it will last for ages. Rice, the same thing. Buy big bags of rice, put it into portion size for your family, vacuum seal, so you don't have to open it up and then it goes off by the time you use the rest of it. Just think it through, right? So you're better off getting your non-perishable tins and things before worrying about dehydrators and this kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Because that's more what you start doing after you've done all that, like your canning. Because to be honest, you can go and spend $200 in the store and get a good month's worth of food. You know what I mean? In tins and rice. And then you spend another $100 on things like oxygen absorbers, vacuum sealer, and some bags and some food buckets as well. Don't forget, because you need to store it in buckets so that the rice and the mice don't get to it wherever you're storing it, in your attic, in your garage. So it's a little bit more complicated than just, do you know what I mean? It's like, if you think about it strategically, you'll see what I mean. You can do a lot of damage, right? For not a lot of money to get your first instance of preps up there. But I always recommend working on 1 week first. Not food, I'm talking 1 week of everything. So that means 1 week of battery power, 1 week of medical supply, 1 week of energy, fuel, 1 week of gas supply to cook every day for one week. Right, 1 week of food. Don't forget you can survive 3 weeks without food, so it's not that important, but water is, right? You've got 3 days before you're locked out of the oven without water. So things like water filters are part of your first 1 week plan. Things like water storage. And then you've got to think about how you're going to store it. Is it going to be in bottles I'm going to hide under my bed? Well, that's going to mount up quite a lot when you think about 4.7 litres per day per person in your household, right? So then you've got things like, what about a 200 litre water butt I put in the garden? It was like, yeah, but if you need to bug out, you can't take it with you. So then you look at things like 25 litre containers, which are more carryable, more load up into the trunk of a carable, right? So again, there's kind of like quite a lot to think about in even just like prepping for food, do you know what I mean? And water, it's like, if you think about it intelligently, it's very different to then just going out and go and spending loads of money on like, you know, spending $10,000 on a year's supply of Mountain House food. Because at that point, if you're not spending a similar amount of money to have the means to protect it, you're just buying that food from someone else to come and take from you when it hits the fan. Anyway, we're not supposed to be getting into that. Because of water, canned goods are good. I have dehydrated a lot of stuff, but Mylar 5 gal was my first layer. Yeah, got a vacuum sealer too, definitely. Okie dokie. Catch you later, CJ Amazon. Dehydrated is definitely on my list of things I want in the future. Lived down in the sticks for 9 years. Used to having massive larder. I'm well into self-sufficiency. Too old to bug out. I've got another bug out coming several in 2025. I did want to do one in more of a wintry time thing. Because I've got some new gear and some new designs of some survival gear I'm prototyping that I want to test as well. So I'm looking forward to that this year. I also wanted to test my under blanket for my hammock, which I have had for about 2 years now and never actually taken it on a camp because it's always been a bit warm. So have you seen those underground food stores that could be made stealth? Not sure I've seen that. But either way, we're supposed to be getting, we've got guests coming on anyway for part 2, and I've got to be packing, I need to be packing my present for our son, which is just a couple of ounces of silver that he gets every year, that all add up. He gets a couple of ounces at Christmas, maybe a couple at his birthday, and then the idea is when he's like 17, 18 and buying his first car, he can cash in all of his precious metals. Not that he should, but that was kind of the idea of it, right? So let's go for a break quickly. When we come back, we'll have UK Urban Prepper on as a guest with us. We'll dial in when we come back, and you should try an urban stealth camp. Tempted. I mean, I do stealth camping, but not urban. Well, not too urban anyway. The most I have to look out for are like dog walkers and stuff going off piste. Yeah. But you'll see a lot of these wild bush camping, solo stealth camping missions like this one here. There's a couple from this year. Well, I've got my PIR motion sensor security that I use for my wild camp. And then obviously my ultimate Kelly Kettle fire building one, right? And various other bits and pieces from wild camps. But yeah, so I've got a few more to do this year. I've got so much to test out. Is Jonathan Hayes in the house? Is as well. Evening all. Glad I got to say happy Christmas Eve to you, my man. Great to have you with us. Look at all the love for Jonathan Hayes in the house immediately upon arrival. Look at everyone kneeling before. So let's have a look. I've bought my daughter sovereigns for 10 years. She's not impressed. I'd be well impressed with that, girlfriend. I'm glad that you agree with what I'm doing, even though we can't afford it in terms of doing the ounces of silver for our son, because I think it helps him to appreciate other forms of real money, not fiat money, you know what I mean? And the fact that the fact that precious metals obviously increase in value typically over time, rather than decrease in value as inflation does to, you know, other currencies and that, fiat currencies particularly. So I use a hammock too, better for my back. I saw your stealth camp video, hence my suggestion. Right, yeah, cool. I've got another stealth camp video that I haven't even edited together yet with my full-on camo netting and all that business, which is much better than the original one that you saw there. The one you saw there is like version 8 or something. I keep changing it all the time, but I'm getting to the perfect bug out camp that would be the most ideal and the most reproducible for a family of 3. Stevie O in the house, great to see you, my man. Merry Christmas to you. Steve will outshine gold, absolutely, most unavoidable, 100%, million%. There's more gold topsoil than there is silver. Most people don't realise that. In terms of tonnage, yeah, There's less silver topsoil than gold, plus silver's used, well, it's the most reflective material known to man, it's the most conductive, it's the most thermally conductive. It's used in industry all the time, electronics. There's an average about 0.7 ounces of silver in every smartphone, typically, right? It's useful stuff. Stargazer there, look, I bought silver when it was $5 an ounce. I sold a bunch of it last year for $23. Did well. Did well. So let's get into it then. We've got our part 2 coming up, right? So don't go anywhere because we're not. And when we come back, we've got UK Open Prepper coming on as a guest. We've got some videos I need to show you. I've got to wrap a present as well while we're talking with the tape and the bow and the scissors, right? So I'm going to have to be careful because we're going to be using scissors, right? And there's no adult either around, so I'm going to have to be really careful. You usually have to have adult supervision when I'm giving scissors. Silver may jump quick. It's acting funny right now with bricks kicking it. Yeah. All right, my beautiful Antonia, thank you so much, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night, girlfriend. Right? That'll be cool for the main Christmas show. We'll see. We have some fun tomorrow as well, right? But to everyone else, don't go anywhere because we're back in 5 minutes. I've got to get myself a rebrew and we can get into part 2 with everything else, all the good stuff coming up in part 2. That is so empty, it's not even funny. So let's get into it then. Part 2, don't go anywhere. Thank you so much for wonderful part 1. Thank you to all your wonderful, generous people here at Christmas time. Couldn't do it without you. See you in 5.
Welcome to the last show, True is on a break. Just a few minutes is all it's gonna take. But don't tune out, cause there's plenty yet to come. Get yourself a drink, cause we barely just begun. Wait for Sigma Prepper, he'll be back in a few. If you're joining us now, time to pull up a pew. Reject the herd, prepare the pack. Just a couple more minutes and he'll be back. In the chaos of survival, your mind is your shield. When it all goes wrong, it's the wisdom revealed. The tech, the knowledge, the smart preparation. When the crisis comes, we're gonna own the situation. We understand the risks that tomorrow could bring. We adapt and survive, it's a wolf pack thing. Crisis hits, Sigma Preppers ahead. The wolf pack leads with a clear-minded head. No panic, no fear, no beg, no crawl. It's more than just survival, we'll be rising tall. This isn't just preparing, it's thinking through a skill. It's seeing the future, knowing this is not a drill. We don't know where or when disaster will strike, but we know we'll be ready when it's time to fight. In the chaos of survival, your mind is your shield. When it all goes wrong, it's the wisdom revealed. The tech, the knowledge, the smart preparation. When the crisis comes, we're gonna own the situation. We understand the risks that tomorrow could bring. We adapt and survive, it's a wolf pack thing. Use your time wisely, not sure how long we've got. Maybe 2 years, maybe seconds to plan and plot. Too many threats to know which it could be. It could happen right now while Drew's making tea. Learn about prepping, it can happen any day. The wolf pack house come lead the way. The time ticks down, so get ready with your brew. Like, share, subscribe, come on, you know what to do. In the chaos of survival, your mind is your shield. When it all goes wrong, it's the wisdom revealed. The tech, the knowledge, the smart preparation. When the crisis comes, we're gonna own the situation. We understand the risks that tomorrow could bring. We adapt and survive, it's a wolf pack thing.
Roger, copy that.
with Sigma Prepper, where wisdom is the key. We're ready for the future, staying ahead and staying free. When the world goes dark, we won't be shedding a tear. We prep with our minds, never ruled by fear. It's not the list of preps, it's the knowledge we flex. Gaining understanding and solving what's next. No sitting by a fire, eating squirrels on sticks. We'll be navigating chaos using Sigma Prepper's tricks.
In the chaos of survival, your mind is your shield. When it all goes wrong, it's the wisdom revealed. The tech, the knowledge, the smart preparation. When the crisis comes, we're gonna own the situation. We understand the risks that tomorrow could bring. We adapt and survive, it's a wolf pack thing.
SHTF, we break it down smart. From the big picture view to the detail in the parts. Drew Law's got you, his knowledge on tap. Real-time strategy, he cuts through the crap. From the high IQs to the tech we choose. We're ahead of the game, we never gonna lose. We stay prepared, never needing to fight. Join Sigma Prepper and we'll make it through the night.
Preparation's not fear, it's seeing the signs. Reading tomorrow through intelligent minds. Survival's more than just having a plan. It's about how you act when it all hits the fan. Join our Discord where knowledge is prime. The wolf pack's there for you every time. In the chaos of survival, your mind is your shield. When it all goes wrong, it's the wisdom revealed. The tech, the knowledge, the smart preparation. When the crisis comes, we're gonna own the situation. We understand the risks that tomorrow could bring. We adapt and survive, it's a wolf pack thing.
Reject the herd, prepare the pack. We're on a mission, there's no turning back. From crisis to strength, we'll survive the storm. It's knowing you've been able since the day you were born. Survival's an art, we sharpen the blade. We adapt, we survive, we're not afraid. Get yourself comfy for the Sigma Prepper show. The time is counting down and we're nearly good to go. Prepare your mind, cause intelligence is the key. Owning our instincts, we don't freeze, fight or flee. Knowledge is power, it's the ultimate force. No following the herd, we just create a new course. From a single lone woman to a family of 5. Learn from Sigma Prepper and see how you can thrive.
In the chaos of survival, your mind is your shield. When it all goes wrong, it's the wisdom revealed. The tech, the knowledge, the smart preparation. When the crisis comes, we're gonna own the situation. We understand the risks that tomorrow could bring. We adapt and survive, it's a wolf pack thing.
Reject the herd, prepare the pack. Click the like button, it's as easy as that. Check the description for the links you need. Follow my socials, subscribe to my feed. Support me on Patreon to gain the edge. Discounts and freebies, just make a pledge. The countdown's done, it's time to go. Sigma Preppers Live, let's start this show.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back, Wolfpack. It is now Christmas Day. At least it is here in the UK. Hence the Christmas Santa hat. And we've had the super chats tonight. And we've had Full of Hope dishing out the memberships. What can I tell you? It's deserved of the Christmas hat. Let me know if you're liking me rocking with the hat. Yeah. Like I say, if we make it to over $100 of super chats, we're going with the antlers, right? Thank you everyone for joining us. Really appreciate it. I hope you've made it back with your brew. So let's get into it. We've also got live guest in the house, Mr. UK Urban Prepper. Hello.
Hello, it's took you till Christmas to get me on. That's how long it's been.
Dude, I've been all over the place. There's so many videos that I was supposed to have done by now and haven't. I've got my winter guidebook as well that I think I'm on like page 19 of 20 and it's just sort of stopped and I've had to do all these other videos as well. Oh, so I do apologise, but no, it's lovely to be back on.
You've got me till 1 o'clock maximum because I've got to do the ninja Santa duties around the house. Get ready for the morning.
Oh, yes. You got to be putting your socks up, innit, right? Go put your Santa socks up. Which
yours is bigger than mine, Drew. Sorry.
Is it? Yeah, they're a bit greedy, them ones, isn't it? Cheers to you, my man. Merry Christmas, Mike. Thank you for being you, and thank you for being a friend to our channel. Thank you for being a V.I.P member and a great prepper and survivalist. What can I tell you? Love to you, my man.
No, appreciate you having me on, and appreciate everyone in the chat watching as well.
Absolutely, man. It's been a lovely night tonight. There was me thinking there'd be like 10 people come and say hello because everyone's busy doing stuff, but here we all are, right? How cool is that?
ChatGP sending me to your channel.
Yeah, how cool is
that?
How
crazy is that?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I've obviously got a very good relationship with ChatGPT.
It's smooth talking the AI now.
Knows the score. Oh dear. No, I appreciate a heads up on stuff like that, man. It's good to know, yeah. Squirrels around here. Carrie Flick Nice says my two up to down casts was the Cats avoid them. Do you know my whole tagline for Sigma Prepper, funnily enough, is on the homepage is don't end up around a fire eating squirrels on sticks when shit is the fan. Look, don't up around a campfire eating squirrels on sticks, especially if they're evil ninja squirrels, right? You don't want them. We don't do nope ropes here. So we've also got we do theoretically have video rocking, right? But so we can show if you want to show something. Do you have anything major on your Christmas list? Because that was one of the things we were going to talk about in part 2. Is like stuff that you wish you had. Yeah. Is there I've got. Mind?
Well, no, I mean, I've had an Amazon wish list, but honestly, the support on the channel's been amazing. But they've bought everything that's under a certain price band, so it's just the ridiculous price stuff now.
It's like having a wedding, isn't it? Even though I've never had a wedding.
So the one thing I'm going to put on my own wish list, which I'll get myself at the end of January, is I need a new Berkfield. I want a bigger one. I've got a small one, but I want a larger capacity one.
Oh, is that you're talking about
the water filter, the Berkey?
Oh, the Berkey filter. Oh, I see.
Yeah,
our one's like the 8-litre one, is it? The family one?
Yeah,
you can have up to 4 things in it. Yeah. And then the 4 underneath as well if you want to have real high flow. But we've just got the 2 carbons in there. And our the PF2s, is it? The fluoride ones, they're about 160 quid, I think, for a pair of them. So they only last about 6 months, so be aware of that. Then they're the ones who take out the fluoride, right? The carbon takes out all the other stuff, but it's the fluoride PF2 filters underneath are the ones that.
Yeah, I've got a reverse osmosis machine.
Oh, really?
As well.
Oh, cool.
So I've got like different water options. So
yeah,
you know,
is that quite juicy on the juice?
It's 12 minutes past midnight and the internet's still on.
I know. Wow, how cool is that? Simpsons was wrong. Thank God. Do you look? I'm sorry. I was just making sure. When I was trying to figure it out because I can't see myself on the show when we're in the break or anything like that, or we can't talk to each other either, obviously, because our mics aren't connected during the break time. And I put my hat on during the break, Mike, and I was consciously thinking, man, I can't remember which side. I'm pretty sure Sigma's Santa hat. When I designed it, I put it on the right. Yeah. And then I was switching it around the other way, thinking, well, it's a mirror vision, so it's going to be on my left. And then, it works out perfectly. So I just wanted to, reassure myself that I made the right decision. It was the right side. I've just noticed. Thank you, everyone, for being with us. I want a telehandler. A telehandler. You know what familiarity breeds? Contempt. My window's extremely slow. My chat window, for some reason. Large spiders are friendly.
Yeah.
Are the viscous squirrels invader greys or the indigenous reds? Ooh. Do you know, some great red squirrels in Warsaw, actually, in Poland. Talking of Warsaw, Poland, for those that don't know, my missus is half Polish and half British. As in her dad's Polish, mum's British. And in Poland, they do quite an epic Christmas Eve. It's like 13-course meal or something like that. And I think you start the first course when the sun goes down. Yeah, I knew my window was going to crash. Okay. At least it's crashed now and we're back. Please do vote in the live poll, by the way. Which of these would be the top of your Christmas list? Either off-grid solar power setup, bug out bag and shelter, sort of, like my stealth camp setup, bug out bag and things. Personal protection equipment, or 3 months of food prep. So let us know what would be top of your Christmas list, and of course I'll let people know towards the end of the show what's won the vote and what people are most needing. And that will help me going forwards as well, Mike, to be able to make sure I'm doing videos that are to do with the thing that most people are looking to buy, so I can help people not make any silly mistakes and things, right?
I've asked Santa for 100,000 subscribers, but he's not answered me yet.
2,000 for me would be great. Yeah. I'm not greedy, man. My expectations are low.
You'll be at 2,000 by the end of January.
Oh man, I see him taking them off all the time. I saw it take 6 off today. It went 28. It went 1,228, right? And then it went down to 1,224 by the time it got to about 3 o'clock. And then it went back up to 26, then back down to 25, then 27, then back down to 25, and now it's on. And then it was on 28.
You've got me looking at that now, and I'm like, why did somebody leave when I put that video up? What was wrong with that video? And I'm there trying to assess myself.
Yeah, people don't. People don't. I mean, there are things that drop off. One of the genuine reasons for drops off is where YouTube does its rounds and it basically detects bot accounts and things like this. But it would suggest that the only people that have subscribed to me are bots if it takes them all off again. And then, but how is it I get videos of people? People literally send me videos that they take of subscribing to my channel, going away, logging out, logging back in, going back to my channel, and they're unsubscribed. I've had at least 15 people send me videos like that. People who have liked the video and then they come back the next day and the like isn't liked anymore. Stupid shit like this. It's not an accident. It doesn't happen accidentally, right? This is just what they do when there's particular people they want to hold back. So I'm glad that you've got to the level you have in such a short amount of time, man. 7,000 subs in 1 year. It's great.
But you say that, and there's some people at ridiculous numbers who YouTube should have held back many years ago.
Yeah, and we all know who we're talking about there, isn't it?
Well, there's multiple. There's not just one. There's multiple. You know what I mean? And it's just like, yeah. And then somebody actually trying gets kicked in the knackers.
But do you know what? The way I see it though is like, it's like the stoic way. Part of the Sigma mindset is about. My way of handling that is to just keep being better and better and better, because it's like, oh, obviously I'm not good enough. Oh, obviously my productions ain't good enough. Oh, my information doesn't have enough value. If I always try and focus it on being a me problem, yeah, it makes me strive to become better each time, to try and break through that ceiling that YouTube's put on me. The only way that I can grow is to be so remarkable that people have to share me and things like that, whereas other people don't have to try at all. And they just get like woomph. It's like, wow. It does make you wonder, doesn't it?
It's not your production value. Your production value makes mine look like a MySpace page.
Well, I mean, again, there's not many people who are developing their own survival gear at the same time and writing their own books on the subject. You know what I mean? You would just think that it's like, come on, man. You know, I can't do much more than I'm doing. And, you know, I think they've only just turned me back on the searches, Mike, because you used to, when I first... I come from a background of, I was like award-winning web designer, right, since 1998, doing website design, and SEO was one of my big fortes, right? And when I first launched Sigma Prepper, it was absolutely all over every page that you anything to do with Sigma Prepper, even survival gear. When you search for survival gear, all that came up was Sigma Prepper, right? And then all of a sudden, after I did a couple of my, I won't even talk about the videos they were on this channel, but they were super predictive of stuff that happened, lots of things, yeah. In 5 or 6 videos I did that all predicted stuff that then happened a few months after that, and it started getting a bit viral. And at that point, woomph, all of a sudden, when you started typing in Sigma Prepper, it pretend like it never heard of me before, rather than guessing the name. Yeah, and I saw that there was over 3,600 searches of my name per day on the internet, and yet I was on 350 subscribers and stayed there for 6 months. And yet every day there was thousands of people searching for me by name. It's like, do you know what I mean? So,
well, when I searched for you, all I could find was your OnlyFans account. So
yeah, and even my missus hasn't found that. So fuck me. Yeah, I mean, you must have searched high and low. Oh dear. But no, I love the. I think you've done a great job. I think where you specialize and where you really do well is the way that you get people together with the Prepper podcast and things. I think that's quite unique. Not as I don't really think I've seen anyone do it as well as you do it. I think you've got a real knack for that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a very hard breakthrough to do, especially initially, because preppers are generally, they're like, OPSEC, don't show my face.
Yeah. Which means you're doing it all wrong. Yeah, if that's how you got to be, it means you're doing it all wrong, right? I mean, yeah, I think that's a really valuable trait, because I think that way that you're able to ooze stuff out of lots of different types of people, because it's all about getting as many perspectives as possible, and then allowing people to sort of take that away and decide for themselves, you know, what makes most sense to them, to get all these different viewpoints on things. And I'd say you tend to have quite a varied backgrounds of people that come on, do you know what I mean? Whether it's the ex-military dudes all the way through to the, you know, the sort of
aliens and tinfoil hat dudes.
Yeah, and that.
I mean, that's what it's all about. And it was interesting because I've had somebody come out to me who's doing an art exhibition on preppers, and he's going around all over the country. And actually, he should meet you. We need to connect him with you as well.
I'd love to do a proper bushcraft camp with a bunch of people. That'd be cool.
Yeah, but he's doing an art exhibition, and it's photos of preppers with sound bites of what they do and why.
Oh, cool.
But it's showing them in every walk of life, like from doctors to, factory workers, everything. So it's normalising it.
Mm-hmm. Feral pigeons. Don't be eating them.
Pigeons good eating.
Do you reckon? I just stopped Ruby from eating one for a Christmas feed. The hens come to the back door when a pigeon has got in. Oh, man. I do, this is the thing. If things got epic and it was like epic sheets coming in, right? I would definitely have some sort of homestead, and I'd have like a sanctuary for animals as well. Do you know what I mean? I'd want to run like a kennels for people going on holiday and want to sort of have their dogs and cats stay in a posh little place and that as well on the side.
Yeah, I've got the lottery win wish list. That's a different wish list completely. And that's an epic size bunker, and every member of my channel gets a space.
Do you know, I designed the bunker like that back in the day, like maybe 2003 or 4. And I started getting into CAD software back then, and I had a bunch of architectural designs in my mind for things, and I was doing a lot of work with property developers at the time. I was doing all the marketing for just about all the property developers in Thailand at the time that weren't Thai owned, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
American and British owned. And so I had a lot of people doing, and I got really into the earth sheltered homes. I started looking right into the earth sheltered homes. It made so much sense to me, Mike. You know what I mean? It was like, in terms of the efficiency on the insulation, the heating, energy required is minimal. You've got all the use of your land above as well still, so you can start your gardens above. And I went from that to then discussing with, but it was too early, Mike. You'd have to explain to people the reason why an earth sheltered home made more sense than a fucking brick box in a town full of brick boxes, and nowadays
just tell them you're an environmentalist. It's fine.
Well, you've seen the Smurfs town, haven't you? Right? The Smurfs looking thing. It's like that if you get it right. So I went from that to I had a design of like do you know Star Trek Next Generation or the Starship Enterprise? You got the saucer section that detaches.
Yeah.
So my design was basically a saucer section, very similar shape, in a disc underground. That was the bunker shape, right? And in segments would be the central part is all like main servers and power systems and things like that in the middle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And supplies and things, and then you've got rooms around the outside. But then on the outer ring is where you've got everyone's room. There was 24, split up into 24 segments, like 100-meter diameter thing. If you imagine that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Underground.
That's an epic project.
Yeah, man. But I had it all planned out in CAD, no messing about, man. Even doing calculations on depths and things like this, right? And it was beautiful design, and it made so much sense. And I also had now bear in mind this is like 2003, right? This is before like loads of tech. But the idea was to have flat screens in everyone's room that you could switch to be a camera that would be outside of like a window. You know what I mean? So you have lots of cameras outside, and you'd get a view out. Do you know what I mean? Of whatever. The other design I had was actually a similar looking saucer section design, because it was quite a complex. I put a lot of thought into the design of the actual saucer section, but there was one that was slightly more simplified, more like a 20-meter, 30-meter diameter disc that was actually on 3 tripod, massive concrete. Do you know when you see bridges, Mike, and you got those big concrete pillars? Yeah. So you're talking like a good 1.5 meter diameter concrete pillars, 3 of them like a tripod, right? And then you've got your house above there, right? And the idea was that if you're on an elevated position as well, like on a hill or something, right? And those rounded tripod legs, you can't climb up them. There's nothing like that, because when you get to the top, you've got the underneath. There's nothing to hold on to. You're just going to fall off, right? You can't get to you, yeah? There's no way to get up. You can have like your own elevator shaft or that you can go up, right? And you can cut off and stuff. But the other thing is that when it comes to things like tsunamis, of course, people don't appreciate that in tsunamis or floods, that in a bunker, you're pretty fucked. Yeah? You can't get out and you're going to be like, like
this is the thing. This is the thing. It's as preppers, we try and prep for everything generally, but when you start to get to the higher levels, you've got to really risk assess, right? Because building a house overground or underground is a massive decision, depending what you're prepping for. I know somebody who's building a bunker at the moment. And,
underground?
Underground, and it's quite a big project, and he's giving me access to that and look around and stuff. So that's really cool. He's not on YouTube himself; he's just a general guy.
He'd probably do well to do a channel about it, wouldn't he? Like Colin Furze has done well, hasn't he, from his bunker? That's probably one of his most popular video episodes. Colin Furze, his bunker in his garden. But the thing about being raised up, you see, if you imagine on your top of a hilltop and you've got your tripod thing and you've got your house on the top of that, right? You've got the strategic benefit of being top shooting down, if you know what I mean. They can't get up to you because they just can't see you. Even when they go right back, they can't get high enough, so you can have your upper floor open, so you can still benefit from being out in the sun, if you like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd love to see the planning permission.
Yeah, I mean, but this would be somewhat in the middle of nowhere kind of thing, right? But it'd be like a saucer section suspended on the tripod, so even tsunami wouldn't be a problem. High winds wouldn't be a problem. You know what I mean?
Have you ever looked at the sea forts?
Sea forts? I mean, you mean like
the old military ones, like
Martello Towers?
Yeah. Or where you get the older sea forts from like the Napoleonics. You remember Fort Boyard, the game show?
Yeah.
That was one of them.
Yeah, they're all the way around the coast of the southeast where I grew up, all around. I think they start at maybe Dover and Folkestone and go around to Hythe and around there, and up around Suffolk as well. They've got some. There was actually one near me, near the coast, Martello Tower, that was sold for like 1 million sheets. These walls are like epic thick, man, and they've got little windows in them, and they're round for anyone who hasn't seen them. And these things are massive. And there's actually there's one on the beach that me and Magic Ham, we were walking the dog like a couple of years ago, right? And we were planning worst case scenario without rule of law. Do you know what I mean? Total hits the fan scenario. We know the house we would take over, and it's a Martello Tower where you can just retract the ladder, and no one's getting up, man. You can be tossing hot oil off the top, like back in the day, man. Right, get medieval on their ass, as matey.
See, I like that because. More than nuclear like strikes and stuff like that, I feel like civil unrest is the most likely. So something like that would be ideal. There used to be a house, if you've ever been down the A55 over to Anglesey, and when you cross over the water where the Menai Straits are, there's a house on an island in the middle of the river. And I thought that would just be epic, easy to defend.
Yeah, I'm just measuring out the paper for the wrapping I've got to do. So let me just, I'm going to mark the paper where I need to cut it. Fortunately, this wrapping paper, Mike, it's got the little squares on it, so I can roughly see what we're doing. I reckon we want to go 3 squares out. Yeah. So let's go.
I reckon you don't wrap all that much if you're being this precise.
Sorry, this is part of my autism, I'm afraid.
Mine start like that, and by the end, I'm just throwing tape on paper.
No, unfortunately, this is just part of my neurodivergency. It's a little bit OCD, but it's not. I'm a precision engineer and a prototyping engineer, and in electronics and stuff, there's no room for error, like the same as computer programming. You know what I mean? So you end up, measure twice, cut once, and all that, Mike. Yeah. Can't afford to waste the wrapping paper.
I cut once, and if it's wrong, I improvise.
So for those who have never wrapped anything before, this is how Drew does it. So I'm just going to guesstimate roughly where I reckon that'll wrap over to. I think I'm going to overdo it a bit to here. It's off the screen, man. It's so far away. And then we're going to go down here. So are you all done with your wrapping then, Mike?
I am. Yes, I'm done. I did every single bit of wrapping this year. No, I'm not. I'm not done. Crap, I've got 3 for her mum to wrap.
Make sure I'm not cutting through any microphone wires underneath here. I mean, you got 1 million kids as well, Mike, ain't you? So it's like, oh, look, I didn't even cut up the right thing, but that's all right.
Yeah, right, 2 are old, though. It's fine.
Right. Oh, that's all right then. So here we go. This is how we're going to roll. So all we got in here basically is a couple of silver ounces. It's a bit well overexposed. I do apologise. We can't be having that. Sorry.
Dad, or does it come from Santa?
From me now, but back in the day it did. Do you know, there was a few times where he would he had a couple of ounces even when he lost a tooth and stuff.
Nice.
Right, I'm just sorting this. I'm sorting this camera out because it's like well annoying and it's well overexposed.
Britannia's. They are CGT free, says Full of Hope.
Yeah, capital gains tax free.
Mm.
These are Silver Eagles. Sorry, I was just setting the camera up to be slightly less overexposed. That's better. So these are the ones here. This is finesilvercoins.co.uk. These are Silver Eagles just because I bought 10 a couple of years ago. And I've just, you know, giving him a couple out of them 10 every year. So I don't actually have any left myself. I've got a Britannia one. But it's like a what do you call it? Like a presentation one. I think my mum bought it for me because she knew. Got this one here. This is Britannia. Yeah. But this is like a full-on presentation one, the Royal Mint. It's quite nice. I think my mum bought me this. Where you get like, you know, a certificate.
Yeah.
And all that. So I've
You
got
see
things
them...
like that, but I wouldn't give that to Xavier because, you know, that's just a different sort of thing.
You just see them as
long is off.
Do you just see them as wealth retention in peace times, or do you consider them preps as well for SHTF?
Nah, it's just to be able to hold on to any wealth during any SHTF, and then when it all gets back up and running with whatever new system, some digital currency or some whatever new fiat currency or whatever it starts back up with, you can then translate that back in because it's always going to be worth something, even in the new currency, whatever it is. You know?
Yeah,
I mean,
so you wouldn't attempt to trade it during the SHTF situation, but more hang on to it for after the fact.
It's completely useless for that. Mark Dice proved that, Mike. If you ever saw Mark Dice doing his social experiments, just even a couple of years ago, maybe 2018, 19. He's not a prepper, but he was sort of like a dude that was awake and shit and do funny stuff, you know, skits and shit, like a truther. And he would go into the city in like California or something, and he'd offer them a choice between an ounce of silver or something like, an ounce of gold, which was like $2,500 at the time, $2,200, or a $20 bill. And nearly everyone chose a $20 bill because they just don't know what an ounce of gold costs or is worth, yeah, or 10 ounces of silver. He did lots of different experiments, and people just don't know how much it's worth. So how are you going to trade with it?
Yeah, people don't know what they're looking at as well, so there's a lack of trust there.
Well, and yeah, not only do they not know what it's worth, and there'll be no way of looking up what it's worth on the global market because internet's down and so on, you've also got the problem of weighing it if you're going to be doing it like that, you know, you having it in enough, you know, there's that thing, that list of things, without getting too technical with like global economics and shit, but there's that thing that everything has to be in order to be money. It's got to be fungible, it's got to be divisible, it's got to be, do you know what I mean? It's like things like this. And so the divisibility of it is important because it's not easy to divide into little bits, do you know what I mean? And then you've got to weigh it, and then you've got to be relying on the other person knowing what gold is even worth, and then you're relying on them even trusting that it's even real gold. Everyone knows what a fucking £5 note looks like, don't they, right? Everyone knows what a £20 note looks like, but who's seen a fucking ounce of silver or gold before?
Yeah,
you know
knows the difference between gold and iron pyrite, which is fool's gold, you know?
Yeah. Or even tungsten gold plated, you know what I mean? The first millimeter is like gold and then it's tungsten inside. I mean, America got caught out doing that. China caught them doing that, selling China gold, and they drilled it and it was fucking tungsten.
Yeah, I've seen pawn shops drill through it when it's a big block like that.
Yeah.
But so to advise other people who are doing this within the chat and stuff like that, would you recommend smaller denominations? So instead of the 1 ounce coins, maybe getting like the quarter ounce ones and stuff like that?
The 1 ounce, it depends on the quantity, you see, because like I don't have any money, and so you know, I've never had enough money to invest in anything like that particularly. Even my days in cryptos was as a smart contract programmer and the more business side of smart contract crypto on a sort of real inner detail level rather than, as well as playing around with trading and shit, right? But I think the thing with the the problem, I did a whole show on this actually, which I pulled some stuff from just recently on something I did. I think it's on my lives. It was, if I don't mind saying, it was a great show, and it went right into how to prepare financially, right? And I broke it down into, because this is a super important topic, particularly because the economy is one of the things that's like, you know, how to survive the reset. So this is a similar thing, right? How to survive the reset. And in here I looked at scenarios living in Southeast Asia. And we'll be building the knowledge to score. It's the economic collapse, the signs. So I go through the signs of the collapse of what to look out for and shit, right? And our mindset. We need to get, because this is some people struggle. So then we're talking here about now, what we're doing now during, this is what you're talking about, Mike, during the event, right? To using how do you, and then the long term after, carry wealth over, right? So it's sort of exactly going into what you're talking about. And then what I do in this video is I break down every form of money. So we do the timeline right now, how do we prepare? So things like reduce monthly outgoings, generate additional income, invest in food and stuff, right? Just use cash, keep old hardware and tools, geo-disperse prep sort locations. So once you've already got that, you can put it into more. Yeah, improve health and fitness, invest time in skills and knowledge, right? So it goes into a lot of detail on that. Monthly outgoing. But then here you got reset. We talk about debt. So what do we do about debt? Do you pay it off? Do what the government does. They extend it as long as possible because money's depreciating all the time because of inflation. So in fact, the amount of money you owe them is less and less every fucking day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's little tricks like that I talk about. But then we get into, so timeline, time up, right? What you have is what you have. So when it goes bosh and that's it, it will probably be a grid down scenario that will be used to switch it over to the new system and all that, and just reset the entire economy, reset all debts and all this other shit perhaps, right? So you'll have no cash machines, no PayPal, no e-commerce, right? The currency of any of your fiat currency goes to zero, all retail stores are closed and all account access is denied. So you got, when you think in the realms of that reality, yeah, anything you've got on a credit card, forget about it. Anything you've got on your bank account, forget about it. Yeah. Right.
Do you see a comeback from that? Do you see a time when something gets reinitiated?
Oh yeah, because that's the plan. They've already got the new system ready to go, man. They just need the crisis to switch it over to. So this is the surviving the event in terms of the usual stuff with your medical knowledge, your security and protection, communications, right? And then cash in various denominations, essential for barter items. This is why I say don't fucking throw stuff away. Even if it's broken, you can still barter that with someone like me who can fix it. You know what I mean? And things like that in a situation if they've got nothing. And then, I talk about some thingy-bob. So this is it here, look. This is what you're talking about. So when the dust settles, right? The Great Reset, new system established. And the idea was that you're going to own fuck all and you can be happy, right? So that's
never going to happen.
Yeah, so wealth survival, the options. So physical cash, fiat, bills, yeah, physical gold and silver, cryptocurrencies, stocks, bonds and shares, jewelry and fine art, land and property, hardware and stuff, and other. So which do we choose? The point is if you've got sheets left over, where should I put it? Yeah. Because you can store your sheets in various things, and I go through every single one of them. Land and property, for example. Pros and cons on every one of them. Yeah?
Yeah.
And then you got jewelry, fine art and shit like that, right? Oh, sorry, physical gold and silver, right? Pros and cons. And then we got cryptocurrencies, pros and cons, you know what I mean? And then things like stocks, bonds and shares. Now don't forget, these are all denominated in dollars, so guess what? When it resets, all your stocks and shares, sorry about your fucking luck. Yeah.
So master plan is stock all the food that you can possibly stock. When it hits the fan, sell cans of beans for silver and gold coins. And when shit unhits the fan, you've got loads of silver and gold.
Yeah. You see, I've totally forgot about writing this entire show, right? I was going to do a chapter in my book, The Ultimate Guide to Prepping, to do with economics, but I felt like it needs to be its own thing, like I did here with its own show, right? So that kind of breaks it down in quite a lot of detail of all the different ways you can try and store your wealth for, like you're saying, to carry over to the new system, right? And then it's translatable. You know, it's translatable into whatever the new currency is, because people are still going to be trading gold and silver, but it just won't be in dollars and pounds and yen. It will be in fucking whatever the credit thing is that they're ready to roll out. They just need that crisis to finally collapse everything. I mean, unfortunately, Mike, a lot of the time, statistically speaking, a lot of the times, it's actually a global conflict is the thing that they like to use to reset the system. Do you know what I mean? So this is why the timing of it, because obviously the dollar's already officially, it's already collapsed ages ago, right? It's just no one's got the memo yet. And with the BRICS nations doing what they're doing, people are losing faith in the dollar. The minute Biden did that whole sanctions thing on Russia and seized all their money, the rest of the world looked upon it and went, what the hell? Yeah. So what you're telling us is America, when they just lose their shit and not happy with us, all of a sudden they can just turn us off and steal all our money. So of course lots of people started exiting the US dollar at that point, which hasn't helped, right? So it's accelerating big time, and coming into 2025, I just think it's going to be one of those times when, you know, make sure we get this centralized, because we know we like things to be perfect, or as perfect as it can be. So here we go. Look at that. That's ended up in quite a nice spot. Look. You know what you should always do though, Mike? Rule number 1. What is it?
Have your tape off ready.
Fucking tape off ready. Good man. Good man.
Or at least a glamorous assistant to tear it off for you.
Yeah. How's that preparedness for you, right? Rule number 1, prepare your tape first. So now we're going to do a little foldy business in here. Yeah. It's a little bit long, isn't it? So what I can do is fold that under like that. And do the same there. That's looking alright.
Have you seen the technique? Have you seen the technique on all the social medias where they can fold it in such a way and they only use one tab of tape in the middle?
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that's the way to learn. Uh-huh. I couldn't do it, but
I think,
you know.
Yeah, that's pretty keen, I reckon. If you're, I mean, mind you, I did watch a video, or I did save a video on TikTok that showed how to do a really good way of wrapping your tortilla thingy, Bob. Yeah. What's it called? When you have them breads that you fold up with the salsa in it and all that.
Oh yeah, like a wrap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, tortilla wrap.
That's it. That kind of a thing. Yeah, I've basically made the ends too long, Mike. That's the problem. Yeah.
And I never have that problem. Nothing's too long.
I reckon we've got away with it, right? No one's going to notice. So my son wouldn't be bothered if it wasn't wrapped. He's going to know what it is already from the shape of the box. It's the same box I use every year.
Does he pick it up, shake it, and know?
Yeah, no, he'll just know by the size of it.
And next year, I think you need to do the Russian stacking boxes, you know.
There you go, look. So now we've got to put a bow on it. Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
No messing about. Go. No expense spared. You got to make up for the fact that, you know, there's no budget for Christmas.
Welcome everybody to Drew's Arts and Crafts Hour. Now we're going to see how you can do a bow.
So what we need to do is, in fact, this gets tricky because we have to kind of start it this side, don't we? Right.
Well, let's see all your sailor knots knowledge.
I don't know about any sailor knot business. We're going to do it so like in the thirds here, right? And then we'll come round. Yeah. Like that. and then we end up here in about a third of the way in is kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah? What do you reckon? Does that sound like a plan?
Mate, you're on to balls. You've lost me completely.
Really?
Yeah. They're lucky they're wrapped this year.
It's a finishing touch, man. I'd usually go under here.
Listen, if I got any more stress this seasonal period, they'd have been in a bin bag with a taped up top.
Yeah. So let's get that tied up into a little bow. Is the idea, and I'll stick a bit of tape on it.
Right,
and we're all good in the hood.
Put a thumbs up in the comments box if Drew should make a machine that does this for him next year.
I should do, shouldn't I? Yeah. I don't do it this way. I have it the other way around usually, and then I don't need to do a bow. I just do a knot, and then I've got these bow things that I stick on it.
You invent a Christmas wrapping machine that will do any size and any shape present, and you're a millionaire, I'm telling you.
Yeah. And no one cares about me making bows on presents, but this is what we're doing. And then we need to do the old final bit where you get the back of the scissors in it. Yeah, this is when you know you're a pro, right? Yeah. To give it some, we need to do it the right way around, to give it some proper...
Anyone just tuning in, no, honestly, it is a prepper channel. It really is.
This is showing how to prepare your Christmas presents, right?
Look at all them thumbs up going up in the chat.
Yeah.
Get inventing.
There we go. So then we bunch that up, and then yay, we've done it. So there it is. That'll do.
Yeah.
Come on, give me a
the
points.
Sigma wrapper.
Exactly. I want a points out of 10, and for a dude, right? For a dude, let us know out of 10 how you think I did wrapping the present. I don't know if there's anyone even left after all that, but did you enjoy it?
Yeah, we've lost all the preppers. There's just lots of ladies that do crafts in the room now.
Is it? Yeah, yeah. Oh, dear. It's so lovely to have everyone with us. Right? He's rapping. Full
of Hope says, tuck ribbon under the knot.
Oh, dear. Tuck ribbon. Yeah, I would have done, but I left it too long. It would have gone all the way through. But I think we got away with a bit of tape. Here's one he messed up earlier. Look, like it. Sticky pack plastic. Yeah, it's like Blue Peter. Yeah, I do offer a service of wrapping. Not that anyone would take me up for it, but this is basically how it looks at the end. So you can try before you buy. Yeah, they're the ends. Look, I don't think it's too horrific.
I thought you were the DJ, not the rapper.
I can do both.
Away.
Multitasking. I can do the whole harmonica, the cymbals on my knees and shit. Yeah. And a dog.
I can play the spoons.
Yeah, there you go, man. We're a two-man band. All good. He helps those who help themselves. Tuck ribbon under. Okay, yeah, we got people getting involved, Mike. That's what we like. Look at Della sponsoring the show. I rap so much, enjoying watching you do. Thank you, my darling. I'd love to have something I can rap for you, Della, and send to you.
You said that.
Hey, look, I've got 10s and 8s, man. 10s and 8s. I'm going to show Magic Hand them tomorrow. I'm going to force her to look at the chat and see what I got scored out of 10. Yeah? Thank you, Caroline.
But does anyone notice the wrapping when you give them the present? This is the question. Nobody says, that's lovely wrapping. They just tear it open.
Yeah. Gorilla tape for preppers, not sellotape. I have got some camo. I've got some camo Gorilla tape that I should have used, really. Where's Amphir in the house? What's he saying? Thank you for being everyone. I really appreciate you being with us. Silver and Gold, a Christmas song that's so appropriate. I do wish we could have like Christmas tunes playing in the background, Mike, while we were rocking. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I had to go and get AI to make me a Christmassy tune just so I didn't get any copyright strikes on my Christmas message.
You know, I was tempted to do a Christmas-fied version of my official tune. Are you looking forward to seeing the official tune, Mike?
I am. I've made a music video on my page, and mine was really half done, so I'm looking forward to seeing how it's done properly.
Well, do you know, that's funny you say that, because after this show, I've got to do just a little 2-minute thing, just saying thank you to the VIPs and stuff, and then it will lead into the official 2025 Wolfpack Anthem video promo that you'll see a week before it goes live. But I want to also do one that's behind the scenes that shows how I write the tunes, how I put them together, all the sound effects, how I bring them all in, and all the sound design to it, and the video.
If you consider the hours we put into the channels, do you think we get close to minimum wage?
I'm owed about £380,000 worth of work so far. Right, that's what this channel, no fucking about. In terms of what I'd be normally paid in my professional career in corporate stuff, right? That I haven't done for 3 years while I've been on fumes limping to get this thing built, right? And in terms of as having run an award-winning media company for more than 10 years, right, I know what I would charge clients to produce some of the videos I've produced. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so when you add up what I've done and not been paid for, I'm not going to feel guilty if in 5 years' time I'm doing a Canadian prepper having $75,000 a month coming in. Believe me, I won't feel guilty. When
Just don't do it with the
what's that
World
thing
3D
about?
update.
I won't tell anyone there's 75 grand a month coming in, but there will be signs. There will be signs. Everyone's getting a bug out bunker. Everyone's getting a bug out bag. You'll be like Oprah Winfrey on fucking fentanyl and steroids.
But what do you think when people there's preppers that lie about it? They lie about how much they make on it and stuff like that. I'm happy to tell everybody like monthly what the ad revenue brings in and stuff like that. People hide it, and I don't understand why.
I think it depends what you're relying on. I mean, this is the thing where people assume that I'm doing well because of the production quality, but I just used to run a media company, and I happen to do this for a living for many years as well as other stuff, right? And so I happen to have everything, but I can't replace anything. I mean, I can't buy anything because I've been on fumes for so long. I'm just fortunate that I know how to do things professionally. And things like that, right? But people make the assumption, you see, that he must be rich because he's got all the fucking tech. He's like, no, I haven't bought a fucking pair of socks for 3 years for myself. Do you know what I mean? It's like that's how bad it is. We didn't have central heating for 2 years in a row, right?
What people don't see is my tripod held together with masking tape.
Yeah. And because I don't have any other income, I don't have a full-time job or anything. Everything I'm doing is this, and you know that's the risk you take when you long everything off to be doing it. And of course I'm bringing products to market as well, which is just annoying because I'm limping through. You know, in fact I had 2 circuit boards turn up today that I ordered 3 weeks ago. These are like a couple of quid each, but this is for, again, just a project for Sigma Prepper where a lot of people have been talking. They really like the idea of the Sigma Prepper Ultimate Security Communication Tactical Kit and that, you know, where you get the little surveillance bugs and things in it, right?
Oh, the audio ones you were talking about,
Yeah, and some other bits for it. So I've got a few bits there so I can finish that project. I thought maybe I'll get some time over Christmas. And they're not cheap. It's less than $20 worth of stuff, but for me, I have to wait a couple of months before I can get it otherwise I'll be bringing my products to market. I've got about 13 products in my folder ready to go. The only thing I need is the capital to bring them to market. It's so frustrating. Which is why I'm
with you there.
I've got it all ready to go, the circuit boards. I just need to push the button. This is the frustration. But
I have a drawer in my desk, at the bottom of this desk right here, that has business plans in. Just my ideas. I have ideas. I write business plans, and it ends up in a drawer because of the capital.
See, I mean, all of mine end up coming to something, but it's just it takes longer. Like my ultimate hotspot is like absolute premium stuff. It's like even the aluminium heat shields. The way I send them off to get laser engraved from a specific laser engraving company that doesn't fuck up. You know, it's just. So I'd rather it take time and it be perfected and refined, and it's like version 6.8 by the time even the first person sees it. Do you know what I mean? And it's all totally 100%, done. But it just takes me so long, this problem with no budget.
Yeah, well, I told you the process I went through for the proteins and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
How much we wasted on it and stuff to get it right, you know.
Yeah, and you wonder if you're ever going to make that money back of all the failed things that I've built before I've built the final one. Do you know what I mean? It's like you start to think, fuck me. I'm going to need to sell 650,414 of these before I break even. Do you know what I mean? It's like there aren't that many people in the prepping communities, and you're like, no.
Every millionaire and billionaire has more fails than wins. It's just getting the right win.
It's just YouTube isn't helping me win is the problem. So I'm uphill battle as it is. Do you know what I mean? And it just makes it more difficult than it is. And other people you see do really well on their YouTube channels. It turns out they just got rich parents that can afford to give them loads of money to just boost it with ads and shit. Do you know what I mean? It's like, so sometimes when people appear to be doing well quickly, it's because they've got a massive budget, either sometimes it can be an agency or a thingy-bob partnership group behind them, right? It's got a big marketing budget, and they're like promoting the videos and things. If you've got money, you can do that, and you can get boom straight up there. It's no good trying to buy subscribers; it doesn't work, right?
And I just put it down to them being better looking than me.
I don't think there's many people better looking at you with your new haircut, Mike. Come on, what are you chatting about? Save some for the fucking rest of us, Mike, innit? Yeah? I always let the ads run and leave it in comment. It helps. Don't we love Full of Hope?
Yeah, she's awesome.
She needs to have so many love vibes sent to her with all the magnetic love vibes, and when it arrives at her, she gets that like heart rush feeling, like that first kiss. Yeah?
That Christmas feeling.
Yeah, and that. It's only sheets, says my 2 up, 2 down. It's all right for you and your fucking 2 up, 2 down castle. The rest of us in our little fucking boxes on the park benches, we can't be quite so positive about it. Yeah, I'm only joking. I wouldn't mind a 2 up, 2 down castle though. What do you think, Mike? Yeah, I'll be up for that.
I won't mind any castle.
I think there's a certain number of seconds after the skip button shows. It's like 5 seconds if you've watched at least whatever. I think it counts. Don't go watching it all.
To be honest, I mean, I love the fact that people watch the adverts to think it supports, and maybe it does, but we don't. We get a general figure of number of views, so whatever classes a view, I don't know.
Yeah, and again, that's like Darkwood represents. I love my roasting pan. I'm cooking turkey for Christmas. All of you are invited. Thank you so much. We're coming. You've got to be careful saying something like that here, man. We're like proper type Wolfpack, man. We'll all be around. Yeah, with our sticks ready for the squirrels. And the campfire. Veggies are all roasted and ready. Got to get some greens started. Look, it's all rocking, man. It's all rocking. How are you with your Christmas hat?
Me?
We haven't got video of Mike, so you know you can just pretend you're wearing a Christmas hat even if you're not.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. It's made of solid gold.
Is it? Yeah, it's looking nice actually. Do you know what? You look just like fucking Santa in that hat. I've got to tell you. Yeah, it's super convincing. You nearly look as much like Santa as Sigma Wolf does, and me.
Hang on, is that a fat joke?
We didn't. No. I think they're illegal now. I think you get maced and tased for overweight jokes. You're not even allowed to say the word FAT. Yeah, it's banned. Maced and tased.
Weird Al Yankovic must be completely out of business.
Yeah, is it 1 a.m? It is as well. Look at Full of Hope 1 a.m. And you know, I think you were having to check out by 1 a.m. as well, my man, weren't you? YouTube declared war on those that use ad blockers. Yeah. Do you know the best ad blocker is just YouTube Premium? Apparently, that's the first thing. The first sign when there's sheets coming in is going to be YouTube Premium for me, so there's no ads.
Yeah, no, we get that because the missus uses it, and I've used it for podcasts, and now I use it for music in the car. And if you don't, if you get YouTube Premium, you don't have to pay for Spotify, Amazon Prime, and all that lot. It all in together. So. Oh
yeah, that's a good point. How much is it Premium for British guys?
No idea. It comes out of Burbank.
Oh, okay. So it's just a monthly, is it? Like.
Yeah, it's like 20. It might be 20 between 20 to 30 quid. But
okay, that's kind of what I thought it would be.
If you make the most of it, and I cancelled Spotify, which was, a saving anyway, so...
Yeah. Well, I know Daily Survival had it for a long time, because I think her daughter had it or something, and she was using hers, and then it suddenly didn't work anymore. It's like that really annoying sort of like, do I call her and ask her what's going on? Why can't I get ad-free things anymore? I think I was Daily Survival.
Yeah. But before I go, what everyone needs to know in the chat is we love donations, we love gifts, we love all that stuff, but the best thing you can do for Drew's channel, for my channel, for anyone's channel, is just get it out there, share it.
Yeah, man,
tell somebody about it who doesn't know about it.
I had 36 shares this month, apparently.
Nice.
No new subscribers, but 36 shares. Check it out. We need to have some light-hearted Christmas Day stuff. Here's a man playing with a dolphin with a rugby ball. American football. It's properly playing, look. It knows the score. Look here. This is just a wild one, right? This isn't a park or something.
Oh, you almost...
Have you ever seen dolphins, Mike? Close up and personal?
Only at SeaWorld, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, me and Magic Hand got real close in Singapore Zoo, was it? And then Hong Kong Zoo as well. Had a really good... you could go right up to them. Pink ones they were. At Singapore Zoo.
Nice.
But yeah, I've always liked dolphins. But you know, it's apparently illegal to have a dolphin because, you know, the US military use them for doing stuff. Yeah.
For the sonar capabilities.
Nah, they like literally strap, you know, watts to them, and they get them to go up to boats and basically go up to them, and then they trigger them. What? Bad news, man.
This sounds too much Austin Powers for me.
It is, I'm telling you, man. This is why there's a thing about the US government saying you're not allowed to...
Fucking laser beams attached to them.
You're not allowed to even talk to dolphins, right? You're not allowed to speak to dolphins or have a conversation with them or meet up with them anywhere, right? You get maced and tased immediately, I'm telling you. No messing about, look it up.
Ill-tempered mutated sea bass.
Oh, dear. It's full of hope, rocking and rolling, my darling. Okay, thank you, my darling. Yeah, we're going to be rocking and rolling as well, because you need to get on as well, don't you? And I've got to get another video done after this one.
Yep, Santa duties, Carl.
Oh yes, you got to do your ninja tiptoeing business.
Guess which idiot went and bought new stockings, and the stockings have bells on them.
Oh, nice.
So now that's even more difficult.
Spray foam in there will do the job. That'll stop them tingling. Bit of spray foam. Yes, the US government has deciphered their squeaks and can communicate with them by playing sounds. It's bad news, man. I'm telling you. They use them like they're bitches. Like the...
I need to see this. It sounds too Hollywood. Be real.
Let's ask Perplexity is probably the perfect thing for that. Are there restrictions to communicating or being in
interacting
contact? Yeah, that's a good one. Or interacting with dolphins from a national security perspective. You already guessed what I was going to say.
All I can think of is flat earthers saying penguins are guarding the Arctic Circle.
From a national security perspective, there are indeed restrictions on communicating and interacting with dolphins, primarily related to military activities and research. These restrictions are in place to protect both marine life and national security interests. Military use of dolphins. See, I don't fuck about, man. Right? The US Navy employs dolphins for various purposes, including mine detection and underwater surveillance. This use of dolphins for military applications is subject to regulations and restrictions to ensure the animals, well, I fucking bet it is, maintaining operational effectiveness. Sonar testing and training. The Navy conducts sonar testing and training exercises which can potentially impact marine life, including dolphins. These activities regulated, The Navy must have said, this is more about them. Research and interaction restrictions. While not directly related to national security, there are strict regulations governing human interactions with dolphins that could indirectly affect security-related research. This is what I'm saying, man. If you start fucking with dolphins, right, you're basically... You could be fucking with a military asset, right?
Right, can I ask why the hell Greenpeace is protesting SeaWorld? Because I'm sure they'd rather be in a tank doing flips than being used as
a kamikaze dolphin. Kamikaze dolphins. Fuck me, man. What's this world come to? But I'm telling you, legit, man. Yeah? You could be dealing with, you could be getting in the way of a military operation. You start messing about with dolphins and shit, right? Have to be 100 meters from dolphins here. May go to the beach this Arfo because there won't be many people Christmas Day. You see, man, it's bad news. It's weird. There's something about dolphins. And they have healing things as well, Mike. You heard about that? When you spend time with dolphins and you put your head near them and shit, they cure shit. Yeah?
No.
They tried it with sea lions as well. But yeah, I've seen sea lions in the wild. I don't think I've seen a dolphin in the wild.
Is there anything they won't fucking weaponize?
That's a good question. I haven't thought of anything yet, and usually I think of things pretty quick. No, I can't think of anything yet. No, I don't think there is, Mike. I wish humans would leave animals alone. Tell me about it, Kaza. My darling, 100%. Beautiful Cynthia Guaranotta. Lovely to have you with us, honey. Glad you stepped in. Don't forget, we're going to be rolling tomorrow as well. So those that are watching this on the rerun, you might have the opportunity to catch up with us live tomorrow. 25th of December, Christmas Spesh. No expense spared tomorrow, right? No messing about. 7 p.m. UK time. I won't be
tomorrow. That is true dedication to the cause, Drew.
Got to do it. Got to do it. It's not in the budget to not do it in the budget. You see, this is the problem, right? Yeah. I can't afford not to not do it.
Right? No, we can't afford a week off.
No. But to be honest, I mean, Magic Hand's got to work tomorrow morning anyway, and you know, we're going to watch a movie tomorrow night and stuff, but that's why I'm doing it at 7 p.m. So for me, you know, a couple of hours, we'll have a good show, nice and tightly packed full of cool stuff and good fun. The Sigma Prepper quiz
Christmas
as well.
Movie?
Are you going? Oh no, you won't be there to get 7 out of 7 on the Sigma Prepper quiz, Mike. That gives you plausible deniability as to why you didn't win, because you weren't there.
We could just assume that I would get 7 out of 7 anyway, so it's fine.
It saves you having the embarrassment of getting
Christmas
3.
movie. Are you watching a Christmas movie?
I don't think so. Because we got a big list of like watch list stuff on. I
was going to recommend one.
Do you know we were going to watch a movie last night? Did we watch a movie last night? I think we did actually. I was going to go live, but instead I didn't. But over on the Discord server, you know, you got the SHTF movie inspiration thing.
Yeah.
We had a look on that yesterday to think, oh, maybe there's something in there we can watch, and I can't even find the theme up now. SHTF themed movies. You see on the left hand side is a clapperboard, right? Main hangout, new stuff going on. Have we had anyone new join? We have. Glenn. Welcome, Jen. Glenn, sorry. Bosh, give it some Wolfpack love. There's Jenny Simon in the house. Look at her Christmas tree. Thank you for sharing that, my darling. That's beautiful. Look at that. That's nicely done. It's quite elegant looking. And there's a witch's broom.
Real tree as well.
Look at the witch's broom, man. You told me your broom had a kickstart on it, girlfriend. Or was that the other thing that had the kickstart on it? We ain't going there. Is it a broom? It's an angel broom. Like it. Are these homemade, honey? Tell me if they're homemade, because they're very impressive if they are. Your knitted stuff. My mum makes stuff like that. She's super creative. Exactly things like this.
Kazza says recommend away.
So nicely done, Jenny Simon. I'm guessing you've made that yourself. You seem like the creative type, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Right, Christmas movie, new one. Yeah. It's on Amazon. It's on other things. If you've got other ways of watching Amazon things, we won't mention.
I've got Amazon Prime.
Yeah, it's on that. It's called Red One. It's The Rock.
Red One.
It's a nice modern twist on a Christmas film.
Do you know, statistically speaking, The Rock was voted as to be one of the most punch-in-the-faceable guys on the planet. More people want to punch The Rock in the face than any other dude, apparently.
Yeah, because they think they're challenging themselves.
I don't know. I think as well after that Miami thing with Whoopi, that didn't go down well. Yeah. The shill level nature of his agendas and things as well, I think people have gone against.
I don't cross that bridge. Actors are actors. I watch the movies. Really? I enjoy the movies. As soon as they get into politics, I'm like, I'm not listening because I'll not like you anymore.
Yeah. Oh, bless the cotton socks. Well done, Jenny. Yeah, I made all those ornaments since August, crocheted. Nicely done, beautiful. Well done. It's lovely to see people sharing their... Do you know what? You might as well have even put that in the self-promotion. There's a self-promotion section there, Jenny. You should put them in there. Oh, look. There's some action on the animal lovers. Oh, look, it's JD, look. Merry Christmas. Oh, she's made a little animation. Bless his cotton socks. Look how comfy he looks. That's what it's all about. Look, we've got Stevie O as well sharing. Oh, look, he's joining in fun with the Santa hat. Absolutely brilliant. Give it some wolf love. Thank you, everyone, for sharing your beautiful, wonderful little pets and things. This is my Hugo Bear wearing his hat and his antler ears. So, yeah, I really appreciate it.
I love dogs' faces when people dress them up.
Yeah.
Here's the dog's voice going, what the
I'll probably have like pet cruelty knocking on the door tomorrow. I'll be like, oh, you're tormenting your daughters. I know he loves it. He loves it. He asked me to do it. Yeah, he asked me to do it. Oh man, I'll tell you what. If they reckon they've deciphered, there is something. There was a prediction for 2025 coming out that there would be something that would allow you to translate and talk to your dogs. Yeah. There's so many videos I was going to show you tonight. That means that we got loads of videos tomorrow to watch instead, because there's some real cool ones, and I just didn't get through any of them really. There's loads in here.
That whole idea is barking mad.
What's that one? Oh yeah, and that. Plus all the stuff for the 2024 going into 2025 business to catch up on as well. It's going to be quite a lot. I swim with alligators and cross their territory all the time. New Jack Black movie, Dear Santa.
I watched that as well.
Yeah, oh yeah. Talking about crocodiles, did you know, bit of sad news, yesterday, or today was it? Yesterday in Australia anyway. The crocodile from Crocodile Dundee passed away. Do you know Crocodile Dundee, the movie? That's not a knife. This is a knife. You know that dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, the crocodile in that movie died yesterday. That's got to be quite old, isn't it? I think they live longer than humans, didn't they? Crocodiles.
Yeah, they're like dinosaurs, practically.
Yeah, let me know if anyone else heard that news in the chat. The crocodile from Crocodile Dundee. God, I'm so full of useless information. But is it useless? I don't know. I think it's significant. You know, I mean, most of the people in our kind of age group grew up with stuff like that. And
well, yeah, but it's not one of those livable characters.
Over 90 years old, look. Wow. Yeah, that's impressive. I'll tell you what, I saw a massive... What's the biggest ones? Are they the crocs? And again, that was Singapore Zoo. Oh, fuck me. Or was it? It might have been the Hong Kong place. But this biggest thing I've ever seen in my life. And when me and Magic Hand were right next to it, and it's like a plate glass sort of pool, if you like, but you can see from the side, right? And it's just sitting there on the surface, like hovering along. And there was the most almighty bang I've ever heard in my life, right? And it was literally just his jaw going smack like that. I've never heard anything like it. And this thing was like 12 foot long or something crazy. I just thought, you have got absolutely no hope with that thing.
No.
Humongous, yeah.
Grabs you and rolls, you're a gunner.
Yeah. It must have been a century old, look. Crocs can get really old. They're dinosaurs. No, didn't hear it. I remember seeing a huge crocodile called Charlie. He's probably in the web photo. Do you know, I'm keen to know now, just to put myself out of misery, what the score was with... Let's have a look. Crocodile Dundee.
Maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's getting trained with the dolphins.
Oh, his name is Bert. Look, the crocodile from Crocodile Dundee dies in Australia. So, for safety reasons, a fake version of Bert pictured with Hogan was used for some of the promotional photographs. I'm not surprised. So, yeah, it's the 23rd of December, Mike. The crocodile starred in 1980s hit film Crocodile Dundee has died in Australia. Bert, who was thought to be over 90 years old, look, appeared alongside Paul Hogan and Linda Kozlowski in the 1986 movie. So, Darwin, reptile and aquarium attraction where Bert had lived since 2008. Bless his cotton socks.
It's a friendly name for a vicious animal.
Isn't it? It is with great sadness that we announce the passing of Bert, the iconic saltwater crocodile and star of the Australian classic Crocodile Dundee. Bert passed away peacefully over the weekend, estimated to be over 90 years old, making the end of an incredible era. Isn't it just? So, respect to Bert. Cheers to you, Bert. Thank you for giving us so much entertainment and not eating anyone along the way. Cheers.
Cheers, Bert.
Hey, Bert. Ernie. Hey, Bert.
That's all I heard when I heard his name.
Yeah, much like turtles can't turn over after being flipped on their back. Go ahead, man. Go flipping all you want. Let me know how you get on. I
mean, I was cow tipping as a kid, but I don't think I'd try.
I was just about to say cow tipping. I was like, what is cow tipping? I think that's the same thing. Named after Burt Reynolds, was it? Interesting. Oh dear. So we got this so late, man. I said to Magiana, I'll only be an hour, and we'd be going for like 3.25 hours. I mean, that is commitment to the cause, isn't it, man? Just to be with a wolf pack, man. Just to be amongst friends. That's what it's all about. Mal H knows what we're talking about, don't you? Yeah, I hope you've done a live vote in the live poll, Mal H. Yeah, because we need to call that now. So you've got
81 votes.
You've got 15 seconds to get your last vote in there. When I see that go to 81 votes, we'll know you've gone in there and done it. So don't be shy. And if you want to know what it is, if you've been watching this after the show, then I do a screenshot of it and I paste it onto the Discord server before we go live, before anyone's voted. Which of these would be at the top of your Christmas list this year? Off-grid solar power setup, bug-out bag and shelter, personal protection equipment, or 3 months of food preps. So get your vote in there. We're going to be calling it Right About Now.
You can't vote, but what would your vote be?
Ooh. I'm already good for the off-grid solar power setup, obviously. Bug out bag I'm good for with all that. I mean, it's a tricky one.
I mean,
I think the personal protection equipment, because you can always have, you can never really have too much of that, really. And I've got lots of the other, and if you've got enough of the other, then the next problem is to stop someone else taking it, and to be. But that's more about being creative. So that would be things like, you know, could even be just like stab-proof vests and things like this, right? And these sorts of things. You can get other protective equipment and shields, and I've got a design actually for the Single Prepper Ultimate Shield, which I won't go into too much detail, but it's fucking everything's thought of, man. That's epic. I've got another version as well, which is built into it's disguised as an umbrella, which is actually a shield with Kevlar. There's like a magic mix of weave. It even includes like the Faraday bag material to stop the Stingray devices.
You just Q from James Bond. That's all you are.
That was always my nickname growing up. In fact, that there was reference to Q with my my product design and engineering consultancy business is to do with 007 Labs because of that. But yeah, I mean, I like all that kind of stuff. You've seen The Gentleman, haven't you? No, what is it called? The Englishman?
Kingsman.
The Kingsman.
Yeah,
That's it. The Kingsman, they got that cool umbrella. Mine's like that, but better.
Yeah.
More features. More features. They're probably tossing the financial... Oh, I just was saying how you can deal with gator on land. And yes, I learned this as a kid. Every alligator has... That hisses at me. I take a stick and flip them on their back. Beautiful. Love it. Thank you. They're probably tossing the financial coin to see if more profitable make an attraction from his stuffed carcass or sell his skin to the highest bidder. Oh, nasty. Gators love having their belly being rubbed, says Darkwood Presents. We need to do a disclaimer to say anything that you do or may not do to a gator or alligator is in no way anything to do with me. Yeah. It's at your own risk. Oh, man. That's not an alligator. This is an alligator. Pulls out alligator from behind. Right, so anyway, we were supposed to be done ages ago, Mike, weren't we? We're still babbling on. And how long have we been? Nearly 3.5 hours now. But we're waiting for that last vote to come in. And there's still only 81 votes, so, you know, it's no problem. I get it. So in terms of what probably the personal thing. And to be honest, our food preps aren't as new as they used to be. So I could do with revising and refreshing some of the preps, to be honest.
Yeah.
So
I've started making prepper recipes, and it's changing the food that I'm prepping because I'm realizing, could I really eat this every day? You know what I mean? So
yeah.
It's interesting to try.
It's because I inspired you with all the rice pudding and fruit salad and pear halves, wasn't it? No one said the apocalypse had to be fucking couldn't be nice and glamorous, isn't it? So this is how the live polls ended up. We've got which of these would be the top of your Christmas list, and the winner is reasonably close, but not by 48%. Is off-grid solar power setups the thing that people want the most? So that's interesting. I'll make sure I talk a lot about that during 2025. Do some reviews myself on some things. Give you.
Do you
some
know why
pros
that
and
is?
cons. I think it's because
price point.
I think that as well as yes and no, because the price point of an off-grid solar power setup really is no different to the price point of the food storage. And so usually people dive in with a food storage first, and then...
But people don't see it that way because they can go and buy a £10 worth of shopping and do that every week, whereas they can't buy £10 worth of solar panel. So showing people how they could do solar setup on a budget would definitely benefit them.
Yeah, that would be definitely something. A lot of people ask me for that. And I always start overcomplicating it because I've got a book to go along with that as well, you see. So I always want to try and do the two at the same time, and then it ends up taking ages, the same as my communications guide about how to set up a ham radio step by step. People have been waiting for that for ages as well, but I need the book to finish the book that goes along with it, which will have the entire guide. That will be a free download, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just... And Anonymous, great to have you with us. Happy Christmas. Solar is dear in Australia, yeah. But to be honest, the first key is to make sure that the stuff that you're trying to run is the minimum powered stuff in the first place. Do you know what I mean? It's like the most efficient LED lights and things like this. Do you know what I mean? USB powered devices, 12 volt powered devices versus mains outlet with using inverters. If you can start off on the right foot, making sure that any gadgets or survival gear that you need to keep charged or things are the version or the types that are most efficient and use the least amount of power, and then because ultimately you want to try and get to the point where your power requirements are minimal, right? And for me it would be things like your communications with the ham radios, keeping them charged, your LED lighting because doing stuff in the dark's impossible. But you see, energy and fuel, I call it as a category, also includes things like the gas to cook your food independent of the main gas grid or the power grid would be included in that same energy gambit. Do you know what I mean? So you got to have it all down, because you miss any one of it and you're going to be regretful. And of course solar's great because it is stealth, you can hide it and it's silent and things, whereas generators are not, and you need fuel, and trying to keep fuel stabilized for any period of time to store it is an arsehole. So, and then you got things like, well, if it's a nuclear threat or whatever and you end up with a load of fallout, that's the end of your solar power anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Contingencies upon contingencies upon contingencies.
Yeah. If you go for a wind turbine, it's really difficult to hide. There's regulations in the UK on the local councils as to the maximum noise level you're allowed to have of turbines.
The guy I spoke to in Scotland who he sold his house in London, give up the city life and the business life, and literally bought a valley in Scotland. He uses hydro, and it's a tiny little unit that he's fitted to a river that runs down the mountain where he's bought the land.
Yeah.
And that does more than his solar does.
Do you know, there was a guy about 10 years ago that I saw, and he was living somewhere that was near a little stream, and he made his own out of a washing machine motor, as a dynamo. And he had a bicycle wheel with just paddles that he just bolted to the bicycle wheel, just took the rim of a bicycle wheel and the chain on the gear onto the washing machine motor, and that was enough to be charging his 12 volt batteries up. And the great thing about hydro is it's 24/7. Yeah. All of the time. And so even if it's 100 watt, to have 100 watt coming in 24/7 is 2,400 watt hours off the top of my head. Do you know what I mean? 2,400 watt hours of energy a day, and that's a lot, man. My whole lab itself, with all the stuff that I run from the off-grid battery bank system, all the Wi-Fi, the CCTV cameras, the DVR for that, the lights that go, all emergency lights that go all the way around it on constantly, that only uses 750 watt hours a day. So even to have 100 watt, hydro going 24/7, you can do some damage with that, right?
Yeah. Look for a river when you're buying your land. That's the advice.
Yeah. I'm just trying to keep up with what's going on in the chat. Lots. So we're going to rock and roll. His daily survival looks like she's still about. I don't know what Sandy's doing. I think she's probably still gone to sleep. But if you're up for it, Daily, or Sandy, I would like to. It would be good to catch up with you. In our just a staff chat after, if you're up for it, just for a few minutes. Let us know if you'll be there, honey. I don't know if Sandy's still up because she's got to be somewhere with her family tomorrow as well, and then that'll be cool. Scotland was all hydro at one point. Look, going through the river on your land, yeah. Thank you, Day Survival. She's put your channel link in there as well, Mike. So
much appreciated.
Cool. So yeah, and we'll get you on officially. Like I say, I need to shift this about to my old style I used to have, where I had a window here for the guests and things, so we can have video rocking and stuff, right, like I usually would do, and that'll be cool. And then I'll feel more like, you know, have lots of guests on and things. Not like you do. I think it'd just be nice to have like one now and again, you know. I ride off people better. I think you probably agree, Mike, for you as well. Do you know what I mean? When you've got someone else there, it's easier to bounce off and stuff.
By all means, do it. Get as many guests as you can. Have all the guests that I've had on your channel, on my channel, have on your channel. I don't begrudge anyone doing exactly the same thing, because it's about building the community at the end of the day.
Yeah, but I'm shit at it. I just like to fucking babble on about all my shit. Yeah.
I don't believe you for a second. You can't talk.
Oh, dear. No, but I mean, in that situation, it's usually different. But yeah, I don't like talking about nonsense a lot of the time, is the problem. And I would just always be worried that when people... I've had it before. I started doing it and I had a few people that thought they knew their shit. And they come on, and then I feel bad, because I think if I'm not correcting them and they're giving misinformation, they don't know what they're talking about, then it makes me look kind of bad. Do you know what I mean? It's like, that's the dodgy ground I feel really uncomfortable in. Yeah. I'd have to say, well, hold on a minute, you know, that's not exactly right.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Well, do it tactfully.
I don't think there is a way of doing it, though, but...
If you look at my podcast, I mean, I've got two formats, obviously. I've got the Prepper podcast, which is one-on-one, and that's just getting to know, and you control the narrative by controlling the questions, yeah? So, and they're just giving you their opinion, so it's never a bad reflection on you. And the Fireside is an open discussion, so you can say, actually, no, sorry, Brian, that's bullshit, and Brian can turn around to me and say, Mike, you're chatting crap. You know what I mean? So, it's the format you put it in, I guess.
I mean, my old channel, which is still going, is a far bigger channel than this one, but I used to have my best mate Barry, who lives in Utah now, in America. We were like growing up, you know, from about the age of like 13 onwards. Do you know what I mean? Best buds. And he used to come on the show with me, like riding shotgun. Do you know what I mean? He would just be in the corner, and you know, not on this channel, but on the other one, and it was good, because it was like, you know, we would joke about shit, and he would ooze stuff out of me that wouldn't normally come out of me when I'm just chatting to the general audience. Do you know what I mean? It's always different when you get someone there and to bounce off.
Yeah, it could be more fluid as well. Like if I ask you a random question, you've not had to sieve through comments or try and read somebody's typing, or you know what I mean? It's just a bit more fluid that way.
Yeah. And I tend to perform better live anyway, just because I think it is more natural and you don't get time to just...
That's what she said.
Yeah. Is Kaz is off as well. Merca, subscribe. My 2 Up 2 Down Castle. About bloody time too, girlfriend. So we're gonna rock and roll, because we're just, you know, it's been years and years and years, and we got to do it all over. Well, but I've got to do it all over again tomorrow, and I've got to get up in the morning, and I've got to do a little 2-minute VIP video that you'll see, because you're a VIP.
Are you trying to give me the sob story? I've got to go and be Santa, deal with 3 kids in the morning, then drive to Scotland. Come on.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I definitely got to do. Before we go anywhere, I just got to quickly say thank you so very much to the VIP Patreon members. Literally couldn't do it without you. These are the ways to support the channel. It's been a long graft. I'm not monetized for so many years. Got no managers, no partners, no sponsorship deals, no nothing. It's just you and me. Patreon's a great way to support the channel. We've also got YouTube memberships now. Thank you to all of these people who's made it happen. Really appreciate it. There's you on the list. UK Urban Prepper in the house as well. Thank you to everyone on this list. I really appreciate each and every one of you, no matter how you're supporting me. Been a wonderful 2024. Really appreciate each and every one of you. And if you'd like to join in, links in the description. And these are the ways you can support the channel. And really appreciate everyone who has done, including the YouTube memberships. Sorry, Mike. I have to give. I have to give priority to my V.I.P. members.
I admire that you do that each time and not just play the video of you saying the same thing.
Well, and people like the flex. Yeah, say, that's me there. Yeah, I'm helping him stay online, man. Yeah, if it weren't for me, Drew wouldn't even be here anymore, right? This is what people are saying to themselves when they see their name there. Going, yeah, man, you need to give me some respect, right? Rightfully so. So, Dark Woods presents We're All Rocking and Rolling Now. I think everyone's peeling off, which is great. Perfect timing, because we're all ready to go. And I think my chat window's crashed as well, Mike. So it's perfect timing again. So if you do manage to slide in for 30 seconds tomorrow at any point, if you see me online, then great. If not, yeah, here we go. It's just crashed. Reload. If you manage to crash in at any time, that would be great, man. But I appreciate you got a busy day tomorrow, as many people have. And if anyone can make it tomorrow, and absolutely wonderful to see you. And it will be an absolute pleasure and an honour to see you on Christmas Day, to wish you a truly Merry Christmas. That will be tomorrow, 25th, or today now, the 25th of December, 7 p.m. UK time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Be there or be square. You will regret it if you're not there, because we've got the Sigma Prepper quiz plus memes. Oh, don't forget, everyone, get yourself over on the Discord server. No one's done it yet, Mike. Look how lazy people are. The memes room, you need to get in there. We need Christmas memes, and we need them now, because we got to get them set up and produced for the show tomorrow. Slackers, Mike. Slackers. What are they?
Slackers.
Fucking hell. Anyway, I'm going to catch up with the we'll have a quick staff after party just because I love you and I want to keep you up even longer than you've already stayed up for me, because I love you so much. To our moderators, Daily Survival, Chief of Security, thank you for being there for me the whole year, and Sandy, and really appreciate all of you. So, and you, Mr. Mikey Poos, really appreciate you being who you've been to me in this channel, and really looking forward to doing lots of shit together in 2025, man. So,
yep,
this is gonna be our year, Mike. Yeah, this is gonna be our year, man. Where we're going global. Yeah. This time next year on my mouth. Right, on that note, thank you so much to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you, Mike, for being such an awesome guest. As usual, never lets me down for being such an awesome guy. I hope everybody has at least attempted to hit the like button at some point during this show. If not, now's the time to do it. And what can I tell you? I've been Drew, Single Prepper. Mike's been Mike from the UK Open Prepper. You've been wonderful. Love, peace, and progress. Mwah, to the pack. Merry Christmas.
Reject the herd, prepare the pack. Click the like button, it's as easy as that. Check the description for the links you need. Follow my socials, subscribe to my feed. From a single lone woman to a family of 5. Learn from Sigma Prepper and see how you can thrive. We understand the risks that tomorrow could bring. We adapt and survive, it's a wolf pack thing. The herd, prepare the pack. Click the like button, it's as easy as that. Check the description for the links you need. Follow my socials, subscribe to my feed.